Welcome into Banana Ball, live on the CW. For a second straight weekend, we are blessed to be able to bring you a rubber game, as the Savannah Bananas and the Loco Beach Coconuts have had two epic battles. The Bananas taking game one in showdown tiebreakers on Thursday, and the Coconuts down to their final strike last night, evening the series thanks to the heroics of Ben Parker. Tonight, Loco Beach looks to make it 4 straight series victories, while Savannah tries to defend home turf and win their first series in over a month. And it is a gorgeous evening for it here in the hostess city of the South, as we welcome you inside with the statistical savant of Banana Ball, Josh Talevsky. I am Biko Scala. Thank you so much for spending your Saturday night with us here in virtual Banana Land. We've had 2 fantastic games so far this weekend. The stage is set for this finale.
And you saw exactly why the Coconuts have earned that nickname, the comeback Coconuts, throughout this season. The go-ahead home run from Ben Parker, helping them win their first ever game against the Bananas last night. And now they're not just hunting a second straight win against the Nanners, they're trying to earn their first ever series victory against Banana Ball's best.
It all hangs in the balance tonight, and it's one thing to talk about it, a whole nother to get to see it happen. So we jump back to Thursday night. Bananas were up 1-0 in the second inning when J.D. Urso picked a fantastic time for his first career extra base hit, driving in Gideon Antell, and that would end up evening up the score with Ben Parker putting the pressure on the very next inning. Coconuts, a nice counterpunch, 2-1, bottom of the 5th, base is chucked, and Jackson Olsen putting the ball in play. Urso's only play was at the dish, and that one not scooped up by Ashby Vining. So 2-2, top of the 6th, Tanner Allen helping the Coconuts put up a crooked number, a 6-run frame to jump back out in front, and then how about the trick play, gun down to second, Bill Leroy to take care of Armani Henderson. The trick play would loom very large because this one from Urso tied the game in trick plays, and then an errant throw from Shot Tanye would walk the inning off for the Bananas to tie it all up.
Yeah, it was absolute madness. And then you saw C.J. Williams facing off against Kyle Jackson. How about his battery mate, Ashby Vining, gunning down J.T. Sokolov, trying to swipe second base, sending us to showdown tiebreakers, and it was Danny Hosley getting his 7th showdown shutdown of the season, pacing all pitchers in Banana Ball this season. Alexiadis placing that tag on Tanner Allen, and after Kyle Jackson worked a ball 4 sprint to put Sokolov on second base, he's got the game-winning knock that got the Bananas a 4-3 victory on Thursday night.
Yeah, a wild one for the Nanners taking game 1. And then an evening ago, it was just as good. Coconuts striking first, a 3-run top of the 1st, couple pass balls. It ended up being 3 unearned runs against Tristan Levesque. Coconuts capitalizing on some shoddy defense from the Bananas. And then the counter punch, Reese Alexiadis, his 2nd walk-off in as many nights as he doubles off his former roommate, Andy Archer.
Yeah, Alexiadis has had such a big series for the Nanners, and you saw his impact yet again. The patience from Super Reese paying off to put the Bananas up 2-1 in the ball game after 6 innings of play. And J.T. Sokolov having a little fun doing the Coconut scoring celebration. Now in the ninth, Ben Parker down to his last strike. He goes yah-yah against Jacob Bazela. A go-ahead 2-run home run, and his first career home run at that. It couldn't have come at a better time for Pumps.
Yeah, showing off that professional bodybuilding body of Mr. Benny Pumps, and the acrobatics as well, as C.J. Williams getting some help from his catcher in the 9th inning for a 2nd straight night. Vining with the scoop. Originally, J.T. Sokolov called safe at second base, but on further review, the umpires said that the glove of Sal Jacobo just barely got on Sokolov before the hands touched the bag. The Bananas faithful not thrilled, but the Coconuts victorious, and a little while ago, A.J. Switek caught up with Ben Parker.
This is last night's superhero Ben Parker. I'm A.J. Switek. Ben, last night a ball 4 sprint ties the game. It's a full count, no outs to give. What was your approach at the plate when you hit the home run?
I was just in react mode. I mean, anything over the plate I was going to, swing at, give it an offer. Can't really go down looking there in that situation. It's way too big. So, yeah, it's kind of one of those just, oh, shoot, there it is, and then hope you get the bat to it. And I did, and it worked out.
What advice would you give to all the aspiring Ben Parkers at home? How do you get a physique like this?
Lots and lots of lifting. Like pretty much, I haven't missed a week in maybe 7 years. So just lifting a lot, eating right, making the right decisions, getting your sleep in. It's pretty simple. You just got to do boring stuff for a long period of time, and it'll pay off.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's probably not that simple to get this big, this naturally big. But Ben, last question for you. Do you think all that time in the gym finally paid off on that home run, or what? The first one of the year, how'd it feel?
Yeah, I mean, it took long enough. I was starting to think that people would think these are fake because I do hit the ball like I'm 100 pounds. You know, I'm a backside singles guy. But no, last night was awesome. I'm just going to get that out of the way and kind of just, you know, let it all out there. And yeah, it was super timely, and I couldn't draw it up better than that. So it was well worth the wait.
Couldn't handpick a better time for his first home run. Ben Parker and the Coconuts look for a 4th straight series win after this.
That's right, Grayson Stadium. Everybody out of your seats and on your feet, because it's time to meet your Savannah Bananas!
Banana Ball is the fastest and most entertaining show in sports. And the 11 rules guarantee the most fans-first experience every second.
Unbelievable!
Welcome to the Banana Ball Championship League.
Rule number 1, win the inning, win the point. The team that scores the most runs in an inning wins the point.
It's a walk-off winner to the deepest part of the field.
Oh my goodness!
With the Equalizer Point, trick plays provide the away team an opportunity to earn a point going into the final inning. And in the final inning, every run counts as a point. Rule number 2, Banana Ball has a 2-hour time limit, guaranteeing that every game is fast-paced and action-packed. Rule number 3, no stepping out of the batter's box. If you do, it will result in a strike.
Max stepped out of the box, and because he stepped out of the box, that's it!
Rule number 4, no bunting, because bunting sucks. If you bunt, you'll be thrown out of the game. Rule number 5, batters can steal first base.
Ball 3, Gideon taken off for first, throw from Leroy in time.
Rule number 6, there's no walks. Walks are ball 4 sprints. The batter can advance as far as they want until every position player touches the ball.
Those defenders have touched the banana ball. It is a 4-base sprint to open up the ball game.
Rule number 7, no mound visits. Nope. Rule number 8, foul balls caught by a fan count as an out.
Oh, they caught it! They did! They did caught it on the third point! We're going to showdowns!
Rule number 9, the showdowns. In showdowns, the best of the best face off in the biggest moment. One hitter versus one pitcher with one fielder behind him. And the hitter has to score.
Deep to right center! See
Rule number 10, the Banana Ball Challenge rule gives the coaches and you, the fans, a chance to impact a call on the field. Rule number 11, the Golden Batter. Once a game, each team can give any player an at-bat, regardless of the lineup. This offers the biggest matchups on the biggest stage.
Big on big. Tamer, let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Get out of here, ball! That thing had a family!
And those are the rules of Banana Ball.
Thank you very much, Jesse. Congratulations to Corey Day for his victory at Dover. And welcome in everybody here to Banana Ball live on the CW. We are zooming in on rule number 8 here in Banana Ball because it loomed large last night. What is rule 8 all about? It is the fan challenge. One fan pregame is given the power to gain this fan challenge, and it's only once that they can use it in the game. The representative can challenge a play if they're successful. It doesn't matter. They do not get to keep it like the teams do. And the fans this year, they're nearly batting 500.
Yeah, and you saw the 9th fan challenge that was overturned a call, and it loomed incredibly large. The largest ever in Banana Ball's history, as in the final inning of play, it was JT Sokoloff, the designated runner for the Savannah Bananas, attempting to swipe second base. Call on the field was safe, and the Coconuts fan in the stands decided to use her challenge, and it wound up getting overturned on the field to lead Loco Beach to their first ever win against the Savannah Bananas. And Loco Beach, they were imploring the fans to utilize that challenge. Excellent work by them and a crazy impact on the final score.
Heartbreak for the Bananas fans, and the Loco Beach faithful got to rejoice. Speaking of Loco Beach, we're going to see those Coconuts when we come back.
To the very beginning in 2016, and since that fateful day, it has brought nothing but good luck and good fortune for our Savannah Bananas. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet tonight's Banana Baby. This is Waylon. He is 5 months old, 16 pounds, and really enjoying his pacifier. Keep the spirit fingers going. Keep the good vibes coming. And Savannah, Georgia, make some noise one more time for our Banana Baby, Waylon. Fans, it's time to get loco! Bring in the sunrise, the tan lines, the high fives, and the good vibes. It's time to go crazy for the Loco Beach Coconuts!
Have fun, 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 till your daddy takes the cheer away. Fun, 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 till your daddy takes the cheer away. Fun, 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 fun.
Welcome back to Savannah, Georgia. It's time to meet these Loco Beach coconuts. Coconuts boogieing here in Savannah, and last night in Victory Field, the Indianapolis Clowns had themselves the first game of their first ever headliner series. As special a night as we have ever had in Banana Ball history. It's the first Indianapolis Clowns home series since 1989, and getting to honor legends like Mamie Johnson and Tony Stone with our players, coaches, and wonderful hosts Brandon and Jarius, all teaming up to tell the story of the original Indianapolis Clowns. Well, I'll tell you what, it set the stage for a heck of a ball game, and Garrett Delano stole the show early. 9 strikeouts across 5 innings with just 1 earned run. That is 4 straight fantastic outings for a Banana Ball legend.
And a new career high in strikeouts for Garrett Delano as well. But the Clowns proved their merits on the diamond as well. You saw the trickery for Matt Wolf flipping off the barrel, and Brian Dansrow made an unreal sliding grab down the left field line. After that, Peanuts the Elephant debuted for the very first time, the world's only mascot that pitches in ball games. And what do you know? 6 pitches from Peanuts. He induced the out and a trick play. And then you know what? These Clowns, they can mash too. Carell Prime, the former Rockies farmhand, launched a walk-off home run last night for Indianapolis. All his teammates fired up. But when things were all said and done, it was Peter Holden and the Party Animals who were able to spoil the fun and grab a 6-2 victory in Victory Field.
And I'll tell you what, it was a 3-2 game going to that 9th inning where the Party Animals rallied. Every run scored counts as a point in the 9th. That's why it looks like a slightly lopsided victory, but that thing was really tight until the very end of it. And let's get a look at what we have on the docket tonight here in Banana Land. Back-to-back evenings with a triple header right here on the CW and the Bananas YouTube. That's where you get this Coconuts versus Bananas finale of the 3-game set. At the exact same time on the Clowns YouTube channel, you get to see the finale of their 2-game set with the Party Animals, and at 9 p.m. Eastern from El Paso on the Tailgaters YouTube channel, that's the end of another 2-game set. Tailgaters with the victory over the Firefighters last night.
Yes, the Clowns certainly looking for revenge in Indianapolis. Again, they played really good ball last night for the most part, just had some troubles in the final inning of play. Meanwhile, the Firefighters and Tailgaters have matched up very evenly this series. We'll see if Kyle Martin goes deep yet again for Texas, as that will be a big game. And for more Banana Ball, we'll be right back here on the CW.
Kicks the ball across the field. He's on his way to second base. Cheer him on, ladies and gentlemen. He's rounded first. He's rounding second at a blazing speed. They're shooting him with a water gun. What the heck is going on here? They can't get a handle on the ball. He's rounded third base. He's headed to the plate. Zane's looking around. Oh my goodness. Here comes the throw home. Not in time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to learn the rules of our game. The name of the game is Banana Ball. And in Banana Ball, we have 11 rules. Rule number 1, every inning counts. You win the inning, you get a point. How do you win the inning? Score more runs than the other team. The final inning counts the most. where every run counts for a point. And if the visiting team has more trick plays than the home team when we get to the final inning, they will receive an equalizer point. Rule number 2, we have 9 innings or a 2-hour time limit. Unless, rule number 3, if we are tied, it will force a one-on-one showdown tiebreaker. One hitter versus one pitcher with one fielder. Rule number 4, there is no bunting because bunting sucks. If you bunt, you are thrown out of the game.
Welcome back to Banana Ball live on the CW from historic Grayson Stadium here in Savannah, Georgia. Finale of this 3-game set between the Bananas and Coconuts. And last night, a perfect inning of work from Kelsey Whitmore. For more on that, let's get it to Sam Bauman.
Hey guys, I'm here with the Savannah Banana, who now has the best MPI for their team on the year. And Tristan, listen, I had fun talking with you last night, but it's not you anymore, man. Nothing personal. Of course, it's Kelsey Whitmore. Yeah, blow a kiss. Bye, Tristan. 138 last night. Best for the year for the Bananas. Get the full inning. Kelsey, are you thinking going in, I want to blow Tristan away, get the best MPI?
No, honestly, not at all. I'm just trying to compete every single pitch. I honestly black out every time I go out there. And I just try to compete. Like I said, just, you know, yesterday was a really head-on-head game. And so I was just trying to do what I could to help the boys get the win. And unfortunately we didn't, but we put up a really good game.
Well, you may have blacked out, but I remember pretty well. We had a strikeout on the first one. You wrap it up with a rack flip. I mean, that's banana ball at its purest. What's it say that your team said, hey, we've seen you do the third of an inning. Let's extend it. Let's go full inning.
Yeah, I mean, I've been ready for it, and I'll stay ready for it. And whatever, my team asks for me to do and whatever job I'm put to task, I'm going to be the best version of myself. And keep being myself right here. That's what I'm going to keep doing. And so that's all that matters right now.
She's just got to be her, guys, and that's more than good enough. Kelsey Whitmore, what a night she had. We got so much more banana ball action coming up. Don't you dare go anywhere. You might miss this.
All right, fans, let's get those hands clapping, put them together. It's time to meet the cast of the Savannah Bananas. I am your chief potassium enthusiast. My name is the young Professor Matt Grafer. Let's meet the rest of the crew. Carrying our tune from coast to coast, give it up for the world famous Banana Band. She is Her Royal Majesty of Banana Land. Give it up for Princess Potassia. They are the greatest dad bod cheer squad to ever walk across God's green earth. Give it up for the Bananas. They are America's sweetest hearts. Give it up for our beloved Banana Nanas. Go, girls. He is our resident bat trickster, Mr. Alex Ziggy Ziegler. The world's strongest banana and the king of potassium. It's Split. And standing 10 feet 9 inches tall, he towers above them all. Dakota Stilts Albritton. And finally, the greatest dancing first and third base coach to ever do it. Give it up for Maceo. The cast of your Savannah Bananas.
All right, Banana Nation, the cast is ready. The players are ready. But now it's time for you to get ready. And here to help.
Welcome back to our gorgeous 100-year-old ballpark, historic Grayson Stadium in the city by the sea, Savannah, Georgia. Finale of this 3-game set between the Savannah Bananas and the rookie franchise, the Loco Beach Coconuts. This is one of 3 games going on near the inaugural season of the Banana Ball Championship League. And how about the balance we have in our sport. Much like the balance between the Jedi and the Sith in the Star Wars universe, you've got the Bananas at 13-7 on top. The exact inverse record, the Clowns at the bottom, Tailgaters in second, the Party Animals are their inverse, and then in the middle, Firefighters and Coconuts both even at 500.
I mean, it's just been such a fun Banana Ball Championship League season so far, and you've seen the Texas Tailgaters, with help from that Banana Ball Open in mid-April, they have already clinched a playoff spot come October. So that has been huge for the Tailgaters, but they're still chasing that #1 overall record this season, and currently just 2 games behind the Savannah Bananas.
We are fired up here. The crowd is riled up as well. Time to get fired up at home. Here's the young professor for our hype intro.
Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, and potassium enthusiasts from around the world, tonight, you and thousands of your friends here live, and millions more watching at home, have gathered here to witness something beyond your wildest imagination. From Montana to Savannah, from the Isle of Man to Tokyo, Japan, the Banana Maniacs come from across the globe to witness this. This is not baseball. This is the Crucible, where the fastest, hungriest, and most entertaining players are forged. This is a game of the fans, by the fans, and for the fans. But this is not your granddad's pastime. This is not just another night at the ballpark. This game is baseball by birth, fruit by name, and an absolute worldwide phenomenon by the grace of God. This is the time for all 5,500 fans here in historic Grayson Stadium to get on your feet and give me your voices. Because this is the greatest show in sports. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Banana Ball!
Grayson Stadium, it's time to meet the starting lineup for your Savannah Bananas. Leading off the extra hitter, number 5, DR the Doc Meadows. Out in left field, number 15, we call him Rack, Robert Anthony Cruz. The DH, number 19, Dan Oberst. Center fielder, number 2, Reese Superman Alexiades. Over at third base, number 4, Kyle K.J. Jackson. Shortstop, number 6, he is our glove magician, Ryan Cox. Out in right field, number 7, Ty Two-Fly Jackson. The second baseman, number 8, he is our greatest showman, Jackson Olsen. The catcher, number 17, Easton Parrish. And at first base, number 9, Max Young Goldberg. On the mound tonight for your Savannah Bananas, number 30.
That's your Savannah Bananas starting lineup. When we come back, we'll get the starting 10 for the Loco Beach Coconuts and first pitch tonight.
Assisted by Adam Byron. With the singing of tonight's national anthem, please welcome Tamarius Jackson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that a flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tamarius Jackson.
It is kick line o'clock here in historic Grayson Stadium. A full house, over 5,500 fans on hand to see the first place 13-7 Savannah Bananas take on the fourth place 11-11 Loco Beach Coconuts as we welcome you back inside with the statistical savant of Banana Ball, Josh Talevsky. I am Biko Scala. Thank you so much for spending your Saturday night with us here in virtual Banana Land. The Coconuts have a chance to win a series against the Savannah Bananas for the first time ever.
And it's time to see if they potentially have one more comeback up their sleeve in this series. But don't let it be forgotten, the Bananas 13-7 this season. They are 8-2 playing as the home team. This is when they are at their strongest.
Take a look at the Bananas defense here as this is their home series in their home park. Left to right in the outfield, usual suspects: Robert Anthony Cruz, Reese Alexiadis, and Ty Jackson. Third to first in the infield, it's Kyle Jackson, Ryan Cox, Jackson Olsen, and Max Young Goldberg. Easton Parrish gets his first start here in his rookie season behind the dish, and Bryce Grizaffi, the designated fielder, we expect him to be playing a lot behind the plate tonight, really, as well.
Yeah, the Bananas want the bat of Easton Parrish in this lineup, but they love what Grizaffi can do with the glove. So he's going to be working with Connor Harris for a second straight weekend. But as far as the trick plays are concerned, Reese Alexiadis has been red hot in center field lately. 9 trick plays in his last 5 contests for the Savannah Bananas.
Yeah, pair last night for Super Reese as the Bananas fended off the Coconuts in that battle for the equalizer point for a second straight night here in this series. And as we've talked about, in the middle of it all, it is the tallest athlete in the sport. 6'8", Connor Harris, the pride of Avon, Connecticut, here in his rookie season after he was on the Visitors, Banana Ball's developmental team last year. And the numbers are not sparkling, but this is a guy that Tyler Gilliam and company are very confident in, and they think he's going to be in this starting rotation for a long time to come.
Yeah, he was an 8th round pick in the Banana Ball player draft, went 60th overall, and he's making his second career start, but they've come in back-to-back weekends. While he had some rocky results in Atlanta, 4 hits allowed and 3 earned runs in an inning and a third, he has pitched much better when the Bananas have played as the home team. A 4.50 earned run average in 6 innings with 5 Ks.
when it comes to this powerful Loco Beach Coconut starting lineup. It's the same top 8 as last night. Ben Parker, Tanner Allen, Dane Toffland, Jordan Brewer cleaning it up, then Ashby Vining, Gideon Antel, and Eric Osberg, followed by JD Urso. Grady Morgan subs in Dalton Malden spot in the 9-hole, and Peyton Chatanier, for a third time in this series, is holding down the 10 spot.
And we have seen Tanner Allen, the former College World Series star, wind up with 6 hits in the series. He is now pacing all banana ball batters when it comes to hits this year.
Let's get it on down to the young professor.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the moment you have all been waiting for. When I count to 3, I need you to yell at the top of your lungs, start the clock. In 1, 2, 3. Showtime!
Leading off for the Coconuts,
The
number
2-hour
9.
timer starts ticking. It will only matter if it runs out before we get to the 9th inning. Ben Parker, video game numbers here in his rookie campaign. First round draft pick, number 7 overall. The second player ever selected by the Coconuts. That .379 batting average, paired with a .505 on base percentage, both best on the team. As the fastball misses inside, and we are underway. Looper to center field, straight to Alexiadis, tornado catch! A sparkling trick play to get us going tonight.
And that is now 10 in 6 games for Super Reese, up to a killer start tonight in Savannah, Georgia. And that is the catch that he has wanted to make more than any other in his banana ball career. He said coming into banana ball in 2024, I think the tornado catch is the hardest one to pull off, so that's the one that I want to master.
Invented by Vinny DeRubius in 2023, mastered by Reese Alexiadis in 2024. This is his 3rd straight tour where that is the signature trick play, as Tanner Allen is barking at Connor Harris. He talked about the 6 hits. That's in 9 at-bats in this series. The average up to .365. The OPS north of 1,000, and make it 7 for 10 on the weekend for TA, paired with a sprint, or a steal of first base rather, means he's reached base 8 out of the 11 trips he's taken to the plate.
I mean, he has done everything right for the Loco Beach Coconuts in this series. Very much a table setter. And this team batting .324 in the first inning of play. Tanner Allen is a big part of that. And it looked like he megged Connor Harris.
I think that was right through the wickets. I mean, if there's anybody you're going to meg in the sport, it's got to be the longest legs out there. As this is a big chopper. KJ to second for 1. Olsen over to first. Not in time. As Big Timber, Dane Toffland, the defending player of the week. One of the few Coconuts who has not had a ton of offensive success this weekend. Now 0 for 8 as he bounces into the fielder's choice, KJ to Olsen. But hit by a pitch in game 1, a ball 4 sprint in game 2 means that he still has his 22-game on-base streak to start his banana ball career going. And now Jordan Brewer, the cleanup hitter and first baseman, 3 for 9 on the weekend. A monster shot of a home run on Thursday night, a triple an evening ago. Makes it 16 extra base hits on the year, tied with Tanner Allen, who hits 2 spots ahead of him for the tour lead. Harris behind 2-1. He's got a 4-seam fastball, 90 to 93 miles an hour, a 12-6 knuckle curve in the high 70s, and a kick change low 80s. This one fended off. Looks like an opportunity for the fans. No catch, as we still have not had a foul out to the fans in a game here in Grayson Stadium in 2026.
Yeah, definitely the awning behind home plate makes things a little difficult for the folks here in Grayson, but those people out in those party decks in right field not able to help out Connor Harris, who's already induced 1 fan-caught foul ball this year that came in Yankee Stadium.
Great take by Brewer on the big bender, the 12-6 curveball from Harris. Count is full. Means Dane Toffland, not the fleetest of foot, will be off on the pitch. There he goes. And Ryan Cox deep in the hole, long throw, it's high, it gets over Max Young Goldberg. Toffland's going to advance to third. 4th error of the year for the normally sure-handed Ryan Cox, and the inning extended.
Yeah, and that's a tough play, and Ryan Cox was telling us before the game that it is so hard to see his first baseman with the shadows and the way the sun hits him from that shortstop position. So likely didn't have the best idea of where Max Young Goldberg was at first base, and that's why you saw the throw sailed over his head, and now puts men on the corners for Ashby Vining.
Kelly Dine, the home plate umpire, makes the call on the first pitch. And that one with some cut misses outside to Ashby Vining. The extra hitter has runners on the corners. 2 down here in the top of the first. That one just misses wide. Vining 3 for 7 with the ball for sprint. 2 runs driven in across the first 2 games of this series. Out to left center. Alexiadis has a bead on it. He will tip it and catch it. 2 trick plays in the first for Super Reese as Connor Harris strands him on the corners and puts up a goose egg.
And you see the impact already for the Savannah Bananas defensively, trying to deny that equalizer point to Loco Beach tonight. 2 from Super Reese in inning number 1, and now all it takes is 1 run for the Bananas in the bottom half of this inning to claim the first point tonight.
Let's get a gander at the Loco Beach Coconuts defensive alignment behind Will Etheridge. Left to right in Loco Beach's outfield, it's T.A., Benny Pumps, and Antel the Ant-Man in the infield. 3rd to 1st, Urso, Chantanier, Morgan, and Brewer. Osberg behind the dish, Jacobo the designated fielder.
And you're going to see Sal Jacobo playing all 9 innings at second base in place of Grady Morgan. He is currently tied for the team lead with those 43 trick plays this season. But the big note so far this weekend, Coconuts outfielders still yet to record a trick play in this series.
In the middle of it all, it's the Banana Ball rookie, Mr. Will Etheridge, selected in the 5th round, number 34 overall draft pick out of Lilburn, Georgia. Spent 3 years at the University of Mississippi before he was snagged by the Colorado Rockies. 5th rounder in 2019, spent 5 years in the organization, and now he gets to make his 4th career Banana Ball start.
Yeah, very exciting task for Will Etheridge. This is his first time facing off against the Savannah Bananas. And now you're going to get a look at their batting order tonight. It starts with D.R. Meadows, the extra hitter, in that leadoff spot, followed by Robert Anthony Cruz, Dan Oberst, and Reese Alexiadis. And it's Cruz right now, the red-hot bat for the Bananas. He has homered in each of his last 5 series for the Nanners, and that includes this one against Loco Beach.
Yeah, Rack channeling his inner Kyle Martin, who went deep in the Tailgaters' victory last night in El Paso, obviously. What else is new? Kmart has 9 home runs on the year. Rack, part of the crew, tied for 2nd most with 5. As DR, that .354 batting average. One of the best contact hitters in the history of the sport. That was a good-looking bender, just misses up. And that one does get the top of the zone to even it up at 2-2 on DR. 3 for 8 on the weekend with the double. Smoked past the dive of Chatanier. It'll dribble into left, around to first by Meadows, who pulls off his patented Jack Sparrow wobbly run. And he has set the table. Josh, you talked about it with AJ on the call last night. The Bananas so much better when D.R. Meadows has a big night at the dish.
Yeah, and just to see him try and set the table for Robert Anthony Cruz might pay massive dividends in this inning as he's getting healthier and healthier, recovering from a hamstring injury. We have not seen a stolen base since his return on the 24th of April, but he may try and swipe it back here against Will Etheridge and Eric Ostberg behind the plate.
A ball and a strike on Cruz. Former Washington Nationals minor leaguer. As Meadows gets some attention from Etheridge. Rack the booming 3-run shot on Thursday night. Part of a 3 for 7 weekend. With 4 runs driven in overall.
riding a 9-game hitting streak for the Savannah Bananas. I mean, he is as dialed as just about anybody in this order right now.
A 3-1 count. See if DR goes here. He's 11 for 11 on the year in stolen bases. Was leading the tour until he pulled his right hamstring in Chapel Hill back on April 11th. As that's a big cut and a miss from Cruz to run the count full. Haven't seen DR attempt a stolen base since pulling that hamstring. He's dancing off first and gets another look over there from Etheridge. Heater misses outside. DR did not go. So as long as the Coconuts have textbook sprint defense, getting it to all 7 fielders behind the pitcher and catcher, which is exactly what they do. Meadows no chance to get any further than third. He takes the 180 feet, Cruz at first, and the inning-winning run is now 90 feet away for Dan Oberst.
And this is rather surprising to see from Will Etheridge. He has been much better starting for the Loco Beach Coconuts than when he has pitched in relief. Has a 2.08 earned run average as a starter this year, an ERA over 14 when he's pitched in relief. That was a rather rare sprint as well for Will that now puts guys on the corners for Danny Barrels, fouling this one out of play.
The fans are saying it was a catch, and first base umpire Hunter Ives agrees. It's the first foul ball caught by the fans for an out in Grayson Stadium this year. It goes against the hometown Bananas.
And we've got Adam Byron, the Bananas' first base coach. He is up against the netting. He is clearly not thrilled with the fans making that snag against the Bananas. But I'll tell you what, all weekend long, we've seen a lot of teal fill the stands here in Grayson Stadium. The Coconuts have been well represented throughout this weekend in their first ever series playing here in Grayson.
Well, now Reese Alexiadis. That is the 10th Banana to foul out to the fans this year. It leads the World Tour. Remember, the name of the sport is banana ball. You wouldn't suspect it. Great stop. Eric Osberg saves the inning for now.
And I'll tell you what, that's about as big of an out as you can get if you're Will Etheridge. In those situations, you hope for a strikeout or maybe a ball hit hard on the ground. The foul out to the fan in banana ball certainly helps you in any situation.
Oh yeah, just as good as a pop-up in the infield. Corners are in. As this one skied, medium depth. Ben Parker ranging over. He tips it, and Tell with the snag, who's got a fantastic arm, but as soon as the ball went off the glove of Parker, that allowed Meadows to take off. No chance to get him. It's another walk-off for Super Reese, his 4th of the series and team-leading 8th of the year.
Big knock for Alexiadis yet again in this series. And now it's time to find out a little bit more on these Coconuts and the hit-by-pitch troubles.
Some would call it trouble. Some would say it's great luck. Loco Beach has been getting plunked more than any other team in the sport. 31 times. That is 8 more than the Firefighters, who have been hit the 2nd most in banana ball. Heck, it's great for the team OBP.
Yeah, I mean, you're just wanting to get on base, and Dane Toplin, one of these key guys who's been hit by a lot of pitches this season. For more with Dane, we send it to AJ Switek.
Have been hit by more pitches than anybody this season. You've been hit by more than any on this team. What's went into that? What's the training been like?
You know, it's been a long off season, you know, really good diet. That was kind of the biggest thing for me, and, you know, a lot of long sessions in the gym. You know, I really attribute it all to that.
You've got the nicknames Big Maple, Big Timber. You don't get that without being big. You think that's why you've been getting hit?
Yeah, I mean, that's just courtesy of the weight room. That's all that is.
What's the recovery process like for you? Just getting beamed by banana balls over and over? You at the hospital every week?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit banged up, so I got the DH spot tonight. You know, a lot of hit by pitches, so had to give the legs a rest, you know.
Well, I'm going to get this guy bandaged up. Biko Josh, back up to y'all.
Thank you very much, AJ. Great insight there from the rookie Dane Toplin. And we have ourselves the world's slowest race. And how about the Army crawl? Oh, it's neck and neck at the end. Wow, photo finish. I couldn't even tell you who won. That's as tight as it gets. Is it possible to get a replay? I mean, that was... It doesn't get closer than that. Another look. Oh, no. And tears at the end.
Tears of joy.
Right, yeah, that's...
For winning.
Sounds right to me. Gideon Antel will lead off our second frame. Three for 7 on the weekend, 2 doubles. They both came Thursday night. Big swing and a miss. The Ant-Man, as AJ Switek, voice of the Coconuts, calls him, having a superb rookie year. Well out ahead of the 12-6 curveball, the pride of Licking, Missouri. 5'9", and he swings with some serious authority.
He never gets cheated in the batter's box. That is for sure. Antel has had most of his big swings late in games this season, but now trying to get the leadoff guy on as this one is barreled into left center field, and that will split the gap and skip over the wall in left field. That is a leadoff ground rule double for Antel.
It ties him with Dane Toughlin for second most doubles on the tour, as you see the Coconuts signature celebration out on second base. It's his third two-bagger of the weekend across this 3-game set, as Antel has now reached 5 out of 9 times coming up to the dish. He is such a high-quality banana ball player, as it's a ball and a strike on Eric Osberg.
And he's a guy who's collected an extra base hit in all but 2 games here in the month of May for Loco Beach.
Fastball gets the top of the zone. Harris ahead of the man who spent 7 years in the Tampa Bay Rays organization. Another banana ball rookie. And a guy the Coconuts were thrilled to get in the 4th round of the inaugural banana ball player draft. Payoff. Well, that was a 2-2. Now we're going to get a payoff pitch. The in-stadium scoreboard with an Oracle-type performance there. They knew it was coming. Payoff. Fouled away. KJ and Cruz will watch it find some cement in between the fans. Osberg 3 for 8, pacing the Coconuts this weekend with 3 runs driven in, which has him up to 20 stakes on the tour. He has been fantastic at driving his teammates in. 3 bananas on the right side of the infield, another 3-2, another foul ball.
And Osberg, he knows how to work a plate appearance as well. He's got one of the highest ball force sprint rates on this Coconuts team. And he might be trying to work one here, about to receive pitch number 8 from Connor Harris.
Fly to right, Ty Jackson strolling in, will tip it and catch it, and Antel trying to go to third. Oh, wow, he's gone down. Ty to fly, a seed to KJ for a trick play on the double play.
The Jackson to Jackson connection turns 2 for the Bananas in the second. What an unbelievable bullet from Ty Jackson to gun down the Coconuts right fielder, and that came after the tip drill. And what really is impressive, the banana ball IQ from Ty Jackson. It's the slightest of tips straight into the bare hand, and he loads up and fires that dart to KJ. That is unreal. I mean, he is going to keep getting looks in right field with plays like that.
JD Urso all of a sudden swings it with 2 down and nobody on. I was just about to say great banana ball IQ from Gideon Antel to take off and tag when he sees that Ty goes for the tip drill, and then it was a perfect throw to gun him down. I still like the send by Antel because it took an absolutely perfect throw to get him. Ty Jackson was just able to deliver on that.
And you saw the Bananas did the exact same thing the last inning when Ben Parker tipped to Antel that resulted in that sac fly to win the inning. Antel figured it was going to go in his team's favor here, and unfortunately, it's just a better play by Ty Jackson.
Deuce is wild. A 2-2 count with 2 down to Urso. Great take. He runs the count full. JD 2 for 7 on the weekend. A double, his first career extra base hit. And that was on Thursday night, drove in a run. 3 straight starts for the first time in his banana ball career as he blasts this deep out to right center. And it's going to be one hop up against the wall. Urso cruises into second with a stand-up double. And the trick play web gem from Ty Jackson looms that much larger now.
Second double in the series, too, from JD Urso. He's gotten starts in all 3 games of this series. Mark Crocco really believes in his bat right now, and he's proven Crocco to be pretty wise throughout this weekend as the Coconuts get a man in scoring position. This one is fisted, though, to Ryan Cox, and they try for a double trick play, but it's Kyle Jackson tapping my bat on the chest, unable to collect that banana ball behind his back.
It makes sense going for it. The Bananas trying to put a dagger in the Coconuts' equalizer point chances early in this ball game. And Caden Bowler, oh my goodness. The banana ball rookie is going to hit on the bowler board in a huge spot as he cuts and misses on the gas from Harris. Urso off third, Morgan off first. Coconuts looking for their first run as the fastball misses wide. Bowler pinch hitting for Chatanier. And a grounder. Cox between the legs, over to first in plenty of time. He gets the trick play after all. Another pair of them for the Bananas, who are up to 4 in the ball game. And Connor Harris has thrown 2 donuts up on the scoreboard.
And it's impressive work from Connor Harris. He's already been in 3 3-ball counts tonight. Nonetheless, still without a ball 4 sprint issued.
Don't normally like to do this kind of thing, but at this point we have to. We've been asked to make this announcement. If you are the owner of a white Honda Pilot, Georgia license plates, congratulations. You're getting a free car wash.
Working at the car wash. Working at the car wash, yeah. And when I walk in, all that I want, it's just say daddy's home for me.
Is that your car, Josh?
No, they were actually looking for a Jeep out in the parking lot. I asked them to do my car. It clearly doesn't seem like they were all that interested. You know what I can't take my eyes off of? The way that Space Cowboy on the left of your screen is just sprinkling the water on the car windshield.
From that, let's hear from Reese Alexiadis. Sam Bauman?
Yeah, guys, I got Reese Alexiadis already off to a great start, continuing from last night where he had all those hits, 2 trick plays, a walk-off already. Reese, there's got to be some kind of motivation this weekend for you.
Yeah, big day yesterday. It was my mom's birthday. I hope she's watching. Didn't get the chance to get on the mic yesterday, but happy birthday, Mom. You mean the world to me. I love you, and I hope you're watching.
Now, is that the only gift you're getting her, or did you send something too?
Well, I'll see her next week, and then I'll give gifts in person.
His presence is her presence, and his presence is working pretty well for the Bananas, too. Pico, Josh, let's keep doing banana ball. Happy birthday, Chris.
Spot on, SB. Yes, happy birthday, Super Chris.
Super Mom.
All of the above.
With a super son.
Oh, no doubt. Alexiadis just continues to get better and better here on his 3rd World Tour.
He gifted her his 6th career 3-hit game.
That's pretty good. I mean, he certainly would have been the showman of the night had the Bananas held on to their 2-1 lead that they took to the 9th inning. As KJ, another guy, aging like a fine wine. This is his 3rd World Tour, 2nd full season in banana ball after he debuted with the Visitors in 2024. Hitting .375, a .467 on-base percentage after he paced the tour last year, reaching at a .481 clip. And sprays this one, left side, long run, Tanner Allen, nice catch on the run. taking care of KJ, who was 4 for 8 on the series coming into that plate appearance.
Yeah, and Kyle Jackson just having to flick that one off against Will Etheridge. Great running grab by Tanner Allen in left field, making that one look easy in foul territory. And now it's Ryan Cox, one of the most disciplined bats for the Bananas at the dish.
Heater gets the top of the zone against Coxie. Saw the look. Okay. 1 for 6 on the weekend with the sprint. The batting average down to .311, and his team leading on base percentage down to .484. It has been a stupendous Fifth World Tour offensively for the Aliquippa, Pennsylvania native.
And even though the OBP has gone below 500 for Cox, he's still 6th in the Banana Ball Championship League when it comes to on-base percentage. And you see the discipline. Yet again, some close calls from Will Etheridge, and Eric Osberg clearly wants them behind the plate. But Coxie's ahead 3-1.
That one scrapes the bottom of the zone. Runs the count full against Cox. And the heater just barely misses. Etheridge not happy with the call at all. Wait,
Kelly Dine? Late call from Kelly Dine, strike 3.
That's an all caps late call from Kelly Dine. Tell you what, it looked like a strike. As we got another gander, dotting that low inside corner. Oh, she really thought about it. I mean, on the replay, we never even saw her make the final call. So Cox back to the dugout. Etheridge, his first punch out, as the curveball misses below the knees to Ty Two-Fly. Ty Jackson, 5th year as a Savannah Banana. As the heater just misses, Etheridge shaking his head. Thought he had another strike. There's the legend, Reginald Horton. His 25th season here in historic Grayson Stadium. 11th with the Savannah Bananas organization, the Energizer Bunny of this team and coaching staff. Never stops dancing, never stops moving. The motivational coach extraordinaire as we get a payoff. Chance for Ursa. Wow, it bounces off the bag. A heck of a break for Ty Jackson, who shows off the wheels. He'll take a turnaround second and park it right there.
That's just a good omen for the Savannah Bananas here in the second inning. Ty hitting the 6-7, standing on second base. Yeah, that is tricky. J.D. Urso, not much you can do once the banana ball skips off of the bag like that. So a 2-bagger for Ty Two-Fly, and now Olsen, who had a walk-off Thursday night, looking for another in this series.
Jackie swings through the changeup.
Wonder how many games it's going to take me to not hit my head on this thing.
And the count even at 1-1 on another 5th-year Banana here in his 4th World Tour. Olsen, the 169 batting average, not at all where he would like it to be. This is a guy we've seen usually finds his stride halfway towards the end of the year, and he can get on a tear. All of a sudden, it's laser beams all over the field.
Yeah, usually you see him come on hot here in the month of May, and he does have hits in 3 of his last 4 games for the Bananas. So hopefully a sign of good things to come as Olsen spoils that bender from Etheridge.
Yeah, and this is a guy who hit .307 and then .315 across his 2023 and 2024 seasons. You trust him to be able to get back to that form? The shake from Etheridge. And now the 1-2 with Jackson off for third, and Olsen loops it. Hey! Jordan Brewer catches it between the legs for the first. Make it the second trick play on the ball game for the Coconuts.
Impressive stuff from Brewer, who already had that glove positioned under the legs. Coconuts hold the Nanners scoreless in the second, but still down 1-0.
Base side in the bleachers, and we're representing the entire right field side, and I got a feeling that this side is going to be the loudest side.
That's cute, CJ, that's cute, because I am over here with our fans behind third base and out in left field, and we are the best in class of Savannah, Georgia. So, Shark, let's find out who's going to win tonight. Hit the music.
Wow, you guys are loud tonight. The first point of this thing off's going to the first base and right field side. Yeah. Next song.
We'll get it back. Come on.
Absolutely incredible. Sang that whole way. That point goes to the third base.
I'll tell you what, the
left
crowd
field
tonight
side.
is bananas, and it looks like some Banana super fans have taken over the fan cam. See Minions and Monsters only in theaters on July 1st. It's going to be bananas.
Did you see one of the new trailers for that movie? They did like a film noir thing.
I have not.
And I'm telling you, I think it might be the Chinatown for our generation. That's what people are saying.
Siskel and Ebert.
Right, the ghost of Roger Ebert told me that.
I mean, say what you will. I absolutely love those Minions.
Love the Minions.
No joking at all involved in that. Oh, they are funny little rapscallions. Top of the order for the Coconuts here in the top of the third. Parker, Allen, and Toughlin, the big boppers. Then the swing that changed it all last night. That was a beautiful 12-6 curve. You saw the little hesitation from Grzaffi. Yeah, a couple shakes of the head. Looked pretty good. Did not get the call from Kelly Dine. And that fastball, clearly a ball. So a 3-1 count on Parker, who flew out to center his first time. Tornado catch from Alexiadis. And this one smashed deep out to left. Oh, Parker has found his juice. Second ground rule double of the ball game for the Coconuts, and third extra base hit of the series for Parker.
Just a booming double off of his bat. And now Parker extends a 12-game hit streak for Loco Beach and a 21-game on-base streak to open up his banana ball career.
This one slapped the other way. Tanner Allen has himself a knock as Parker will go station to station. I'll tell you what, a 12-game hit streak is light work for Benny Pumps. He holds the College of William and Mary record for longest ever hitting streak, 34 games. Went from the start of March to the start of May this past spring in his senior campaign. As the Coconuts set up, they have not pushed a run across so far tonight, but Parker off third, Allen off first. Great speed on the corners. And it's dance time. Harris with patented footwork. Olsen, Cox, and Alexiadis in the background as he goes to the 12-6 bender after the 3-2-2 dance.
That's rather impressive from Connor Harris. He is comfortable enough after some entertainment to throw that 12-6 knuckle curve to Dane Toughlin, one of Banana Ball's best hitters this season. And then he tests Toughlin with that heater.
Cue ball fouled, still 1-2, and Connor Harris, you've got a mic on you?
Yeah, you guys didn't know that?
No, this is news to me.
I've been talking to you guys the whole time.
Wow. Well, they just turned you on in our ears. So welcome to the broadcast, my friend.
Yeah, let's go. Here we go. Come on, Connor.
That's a great piece of hitting. Dane Toughlin, one hop off the wall. Parker will score easily. Allen is getting the wave around.
4-4.
No relay from MJG. Two-run double for the Great Dane. And those coconuts have finally gotten to you, Connor, but it's been a heck of a start for you so far.
Hey, you know what? We're going to keep pounding the zone here. That ball's got to be a little bit more up, but right here, you know, the comeback is always greater than the setback. So right now, let's go. Oh, the karaoke king, look at him go.
That's your former Visitors teammate, Grady Morgan. What can you tell us
people.
about getting to spend a couple months with him?
All these guys, all the Visitors, Brewer, one of my dogs for life, man. All good people.
Were you ever doing any karaoke with Grady in the locker room?
Oh, I wouldn't compete with that. Yeah, there we go. That's where we want it, right there, up there.
Armani Henderson has taken over for Toughlin at second. Oh, yeah. That is a beauty. What do you go to on the 0-2?
Yeah, we go with what works right here, the old Uncle Charlie. Oh, he wanted it. You wanted to.
He did want it. Great stop by Grizz. This is back-to-back starts with Grizzaffi as your battery mate.
Yeah, that's a good pitch.
Perfect location. Yes, it was, Connor. Oh, no help from the fans.
Connor, what do we have to do to get the fans in Grayson Stadium to catch a foul ball in favor of your guys?
Hey, you know what? We got to keep putting a smile on our face, dancing, and good things are going to happen for us. I'll tell you that.
Count even at 2-2 on Brewer. Henderson off for third. Grizzaffi's throw high. And Henderson just barely able to stay on the bag. What an athletic play from KJ. All right, you got a 3-2 on Brewer. What's your pitch of choice here?
We're going to challenge him.
That makes sense to me. Oh my goodness, high fly ball, deep to left. Rack's got a beat on it. And Henderson will score easily on the sac fly. But it's got to feel like a fresh frame now. You got an out, nobody on the bases.
Yeah, now we go to work. Got to stay positive, man. You got to have a mindset like a goldfish. They don't remember anything. Fresh inning right here, one out.
And Connor, you're a banana ball rookie. You know, you're still learning a lot, but what's been the biggest takeaway for you from a pitching standpoint this year?
Wow, so great pitch.
I mean, you got to approach it like a banana ball game. You got to smile. You can't approach it like baseball because it's so different. You got to embrace the atmosphere.
Oh yeah, it's another ugly swing on the 12-6 bender. Do you feel like you have an advantage or a disadvantage throwing to your catcher, Ashby Bunting, from the Visitors?
I think it's mano v mano here. Can't get a grip on that changeup right here.
It looks like it's got some cut on it tonight.
Yeah, it's not supposed to do that.
That's what I was thinking. Oh boy, Ashby Vining. He timed up the 12-6 curve very well.
Hung that one.
On top of the left field landing. Vining his second home run of the year. And I'll tell you what, Connor. It's one of these things. I was looking at only one home run for Ashby coming into this game. Felt like this might be the beginning of a heck of oh gosh, I don't think they properly lubed up the slip and slide there. Long story short, I feel like Vining was due for that. I think you were just wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah. good swing.
Baby, you a song, you make me wanna roll my windows down and cruise.
Oh my goodness. And now Gideon Antel. Looks like he's out in Lake Winnipesaukee. He's got himself a little tube action. Are you an avid tuber, Connor? I mean, it's got to be tough to get the 6'8" frame into the tube, though. Yeah. Really? You're a big Spirit guy. Oh, gosh. Come over to the dark side. Come to the United world. No free ads. Great pitch. Do you ever envision your grandpa's wall behind the dish?
Oh, 100%. Right here. This is Grandpa's wall.
Yeah, it's like Rizaffi's glove is one of those boards that you're going to punch right through.
That's right. Now I like to say here, be a salesman and make a pitch.
And Tail doesn't bite on the bender. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's still your count here, Connor.
Yeah, I got to make another pitch here.
Do you go back to the gas?
No, I think we're going to slow it down. Oh, he wanted that one.
Yes, he did. I mean, Grisaffi might as well be your grandpa's wall back there. Nothing gets by him. Out to left center. Alexiadis on his horse. And that's going to bounce off the wall. Antel, his second double of the game, fourth of the weekend. That guy's seeing beach balls. So now Eric Osberg, who you got to fly into that wild 9-5 double play. Probably sticking with the gas, just trying to get into this count.
I think so. Here we go, baby.
That's just a strike.
You like that?
Osberg was thinking gas too.
Yeah, he was.
Is that the changeup there?
That was.
Just missed. Connor Harris, heck of a job, man. Oh, wow, that was a glove trap. Reese Alexiadis, a sneaky third trick play tonight. He's got a sly smile on his face, too. Connor, when you run into a tough inning like this, is there anything you lean on in particular to battle through?
Hey, man, my teammates. I'm very blessed to be a part of this team, and I love every single one of these guys, including Stilts right here.
Pretty rare that you get to hand the ball off to someone taller than you.
Yeah, right, and I embrace that every time.
Connor, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, of course.
Connor.
You guys are awesome.
Appreciate you. So from naturally the tallest athlete in the sport to our artificial tallest man, not just in the sport, not just on the earth. In the known universe, the legend of Banana Land, the pride of Ellaville, Georgia, Dakota Stilts All-Britain, 10 feet, 11 inches, with the help of his leg extenders. Had a tough outing against the Coconuts Thursday night. They were able to rally for 3 runs against him. but he bounced back and got his man last night. This is now 3 straight ball games. Stilts being utilized.
And he's looking for revenge against J.D. Ursu, who had an opposite field hit against him on Thursday night. And Stilts having a hard time finding the zone with each of his first 3 deliveries.
That is 4 straight balls. Antel will score easily from second, making it a 5-run frame for Loco Beach. As Urso's got himself his 3rd ribeye of the weekend, which doubles his RBI total on the year. Came in with 3, he's up to 6 now. I think Mark Crocco is going to have a really tough time keeping J.D. Urso out of this lineup. He's been fantastic this weekend.
Yeah, it's just great to see from Urso, who again has gotten such sparing play time over the first couple months. Now Grady Morgan hits this one high in the air to right field. Ty Jackson camps under it and makes the grab. And that will cap a 5-run inning for the Coconuts in the top of the 3rd. They'll look to earn their first point when we come back on the CW.
Without a permanent home. To raise awareness and support this community, we created Bananas Foster, the official nonprofit of Banana Ball. Our organization is dedicated to celebrating the foster care community while educating and inspiring others to get involved. And tonight, we are celebrating the Marin family. As a single college student, Tammy became involved in fostering by doing kinship with her nieces. She then met her husband, Raphael, who quickly became involved. They support sibling groups, children with specific medical needs, and do respite care for other families. In total, they have welcomed 23 children into their home. Fans, please help us celebrate this family for their impact in our community.
Gentlemen, one more time for tonight's Bananas Foster Family of the Night. For more information about Bananas Foster, you can text BUNCH to 50155 and show your support. Now, what do you say? We get those hands clapping and direct your attention to...
Welcome back to historic Grayson Stadium, where Banana Ball on the CW is brought to you by PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865. Bananas won the first inning, claiming the first point tonight. It was a scoreless second frame, and then the Coconuts offense went bonkers. A 5-run top of the 3rd inning, and now a golden opportunity to tie things up in the all-important points department as the world-famous Banana Band blasts away in the middle of the 3rd.
But we've seen the Bananas come away with some big responses to big innings offensively for Loco Beach this weekend. Thursday night, Coconuts had 6 runs in the 6th inning. The Bananas had 4 in the bottom half. The Coconuts did still earn a point, but we saw last night 3 runs for Loco Beach in the 8th inning. The Bananas matched them in the bottom half to deny a point. Time to see if they can start a pretty wild rally as Easton Parrish, drawing his first start of 2026, is in the left-handed batter's box.
Yeah, this is an all-world teammate. Banana squad thrilled to see EP getting the first start of his Banana Ball career here in the team's 21st game of the season. He spoils the 1-2 offering from Will Etheridge. Settled in, put up a 0, facing just 4 hitters in the 2nd. Great scoop. Eric Osberg keeps Parrish in the box. 2-2 count now. The 111 batting average is deceiving. He's just 1 for 9 on the year with 3 ball 4 sprints. And he's had tough luck. He's fouled out to the fans twice. Works the count full. Another great pick by Osberg.
And those 2 foulouts have come in 12 total plate appearances for Easton Parrish. It's unbelievable bad luck to start his young career as the payoff is skied into center field. And this one is going to be over the head of Ben Parker and clear the wall. Easton Parrish, his first career banana ball bomb.
And he's fired up, as he should be. That was a big boy smash. Out to left center field over the 16-foot historic Grayson Stadium scoreboard. Sam Bauman, grab that rookie.
Easton Parrish, your first start. How's that line up?
How was that?
Yeah.
Amazing, because of them. Trust me.
Ultimate teammate, you guys.
Nothing for me. I love these dudes.
Ultimate teammate, guys. You said it.
Jacobo can't come up with the bare hand, and I'll tell you what, by the time Sal got to the ball, Max Young-Goldberg hustling was already stepping on first base. The sophomore in the sport did not have a chance, and MJG taken off the bags by JT Sokolov, the Bananas designated runner, who could pinch run 1 time every trip through the order with no penalty. Young-Goldberg still in this ball game. As we go back to the top, DR singled and scored the inning-winning run in the first. And he cranks this out to left, but straight to Tanner Allen. Good lumber once again from Meadows. Just nothing to show for it on the line out. And a big first out for Etheridge, as he sets his sights on another fellow farmhand in Robert Anthony Cruz. Can't connect on the 2-seamer. Rack worked a sprint his first time. Tell you, Will Etheridge, a guy who we're so thrilled to get into this sport. All the talent in the world. Spent 3 years at the University of Mississippi. Guy was a freshman All-American at Ole Miss. And then 5 years in the Rockies organization. Spent a couple years at AA in Hartford, Connecticut. It is a live arm from a big 6'5" frame.
He's got an awesome pedigree, and in 2020, he was the number 21 ranked prospect in the Rockies system. I mean, they truly believed in this guy, made it as high as AA in their system, and now he's, you know, one of those experienced arms joining this Coconuts team, but having a hard time. Well, no, he's going to get a call on Robert Anthony Cruz there.
That evens up the count at 2-2. Sokolov deked on the steal. This time he will take off and have to retreat back to first on the foul ball. And the pedigree from Etheridge goes all the way back to his Parkview High School days. He was a Louisville Slugger first-team All-American as a senior. And the winning pitcher as a junior in the Georgia State Championship game. I mean, this guy through and through is a heck of a ball player.
And Parkview has produced some great talent over the years. Jeff Rancour, Matt Olson as well. Will Etheridge, another guy in those ranks when you talk about guys who wound up in affiliated ball.
Great battle with Rack. Cruz comes out victorious with the flare knock into right. And talking to Ryan Cox before the game, this is something he mentioned. Feels like the squad has got their mojo back. Talked about it ad nauseum this weekend. They haven't won a series since April 11th and 12th up in Chapel Hill against the Tailgaters. But Cox really liked that when they fell behind 6 runs on Thursday night, they had a 4-run rally. When they fell behind by 3 runs in the first inning last night, they rallied for 2 runs. So this team is starting to remember that anything is possible, even when the opponent's offense goes bananas, as Maceo Harrison goes bananas on the turf. Golly. Perfect time to cut to the Nano dancing first base coach.
Always going bananas on that turf.
Yes, but that was in a special way right there. Tell you what.
An intimate way.
Oh, yeah, you could say that. 1-2 to Dan Oberst. Swing and a miss. Nasty curveball from Etheridge. Disappearing act on that one, and he pulls out his signature dancing celebration on his second punch out of the ball game.
And his first strikeout swinging of the evening. Great execution there from Etheridge, burying that one against Dan Oberst. And now Reese Alexiadis, who has been the walk-off king this weekend for the Bananas, takes ball one, and JT Sokolov swipes third base for the Nanners.
Ostberg no throw, he didn't stand a chance. And that one does scrape the low outside corner. Very similar pitch to the first offering. Just a little bit better in the eyes of Kelly Dine. That one all the way to the backstop. Sokolov's gonna score. Rack will go up to second. And now 2 runs across for the Bananas. But it doesn't change the fact that the inning tying run is in the on-deck circle in the form of Kyle Jackson. Really, the only duty here for Reese Alexiadis is to reach base somehow.
And Reese was tapping his chest after that wild pitch. He was telling his teammates, hey, that's my bad for not swiping first. Now he chops this to the shortstop, Chatanier, and he goes between the legs and throws to Brewer in time to cap the third inning and put a point on the board for Loco Beach.
We are knotted at 1 each through 3 innings of action in this rubber match of this 3-game set.
And then I thought of this other term, man of the house. And so we decided we would have a little competition.
And I will tell you what, YouTube, it is just us.
So we have dad versus son.
And boy, do I have a treat for you.
To hype up the crowd.
In about 10 seconds. You're never going to see this coming. Ooh, nice to see the coconut and banana emojis in the chat from Disney Baker. Yes, you are right. Crazy Savannah Bananas fan. Bananas are their home team tonight. And guess what? Better late than never. That was a DQ shake snag. Dan Oberst fouling out to the fans in the bottom of the first inning. The fan who caught the foul ball won free DQ for their row. And you can win at home by scanning this QR code to download the DQ app and earn your own rewards. There's the QR code. Never saw that coming. I told you, YouTube. Got to keep you on your toes. And wait till you hear what Josh has for you coming back on the CW. He's
Next Saturday, the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series heads to the legendary Charlotte Motor Speedway for a showdown you won't want to miss. Don't miss a second of pure raw racing from Charlotte next Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific, only on the CW. I like when the cars make those noises.
I'm a big fan of that. Corey Day, the victor at Dover this afternoon. Heck of a win after 200 laps. And now Peyton Chatanier gets to swing the stick for the first time after he was pinch hit for by Caden Bowler on his infamous bowler board. See the batting average there, 188. Below the Mendoza line. I would be absolutely gobsmacked if that is where Chatanier ends this year when it comes to hitting. Kid out of Cypress, Texas. National champion at the University of Mississippi in 2022. And a career 260 hitter across his 4 years in Oxford and his final campaign at TCU.
Yeah, but the thing is, you can pencil him in that 10 spot and just hope that he starts to get that confidence, that mojo going at the plate again.
Look at that.
And it's Chatanier, first AB of the evening, lining this one into left center for a leadoff knock.
That makes him 2 for 7 on the weekend. Pound of the chest as the Loco Beach Coconuts third-round draft pick gets the knock against the Bananas' third-round draft pick, Kyle Lewigs. First man out of the pen as that ball is blasted into left. Ben Parker, have yourself an evening. 2 for 3 now, a double his last time, which kick-started that 5-run third inning. And you just go back to his last 5 plate appearances. Double, homer, fly out, double, single. And they have all been hit very hard. As TA swats this towards his bullpen, KP can't make the catch behind his back, off camera.
Well, now you've seen Ben Parker. 12 of his first 21 career games have been multi-hit contests. This guy is unbelievable. I mean, you see exactly why he's in that leadoff spot. And Tanner Allen, leading the Banana Ball Championship League in hits this to right field. And the throw from Jackson just a little offline for Bryce Grayson. The Coconuts with runs in back-to-back innings now. And guys on the corners with still no outs against Cowboy Kyle Lewigs.
Yeah, talk about a multi-hit performance. TA now 3 for 3 as that check swing is foul. And talk about unbelievable. Tanner Allen, 9 for 11 on the weekend. He's reached base 10 out of 12 plate appearances when you factor in his steal of first. Fastball right down the chute. And past a big swing from Big Timber. The 0-2. It'll be a long run for Ty Jackson as this one into foul territory. Ty just ran out of room. That was a heck of an effort. Now we hope that Ty's okay. A little slow to get up, but able to get up on his own, checking in there with Tristan Levesque. Bananas outfielder playing Toughlin to pull, so Ty was in right center. And another opportunity in foul territory. This time it's Alex Ziegler, and a leaping catch. No. Gets tied up in the net. Another life for Toughlin.
Yeah, just playing spoiler right now against Cowboy Kyle Lewigs. It's good to see as Lewigs pretty dialed into the zone here against Big Timber. And trying to continue to pour in these strikes as the 5th offering from Lewigs is blocked in the turf by Grizz.
Bryce Grayson has been automatic in that regard so far tonight. Smothering anything that bounces. And Toughlin trying to check. Kelly Don makes the call herself. Says that Dane went around. As he is heading back to the dugout, and Grayson, yeah, there it is. Kyle reciprocates on the belt buckle shuffle from his rookie backstop. Jordan Brewer foul tip into the mitt of Grizz. Brewer single back in the first inning, an RBI sac fly an inning ago. And he has to jump out of the way of the fastball. Lewigs primarily fastball, slider, curveball. Changeup and cutter will be used from time to time to keep opponents honest. He's got Parker on third, Allen on first. 1 out now. 1 run already home. And this one fouled off of Brewer. That never feels good. Put Jordan right back into the box. Ready for a 2-2. Popped. Infield. Who's going to make the call? KJ, late call, makes the snap. Taking control of what was becoming a dicey situation as there are 2 outs now.
Yeah, and the way in which Alex Ziegler was ranging towards that banana ball, it looks like he couldn't exactly find it in the lights. Kyle Jackson, meanwhile, tracked it well. A smart call by the banana ball superstar over there at the hot corner to record a massive second out for Lewigs, as this one is going to get by Grayson. And that wild pitch will lead to Ben Parker crossing the plate for Loco Beach.
2 runs now for the Coconuts here in the top of the 4th after their 5-run 3rd inning led to their first point of the affair. Allen up to second. I felt like I may have had a broadcast jinx in the works when I said Grayson has stopped every single ball in the turf tonight. Finally, not able to save his pitcher. Big swing and a miss from Vining. 2-1 on Ashby. Fly out his first time, a booming solo home run an inning ago. And that one right through the wickets. It's another wild pitch as Allen will go over to third base. For Vining, his second homer of the year. I was talking about with Connor Harris on the mic, it was only a matter of time. Felt like he was homering nearly every at-bat in spring training. Had 3 homers in 5 games when he was on Banana Ball's developmental team, the Visitors, last year. And he set St. Peter's University's home run record as a junior with 10 and then tied it again as a senior last spring. Chance for KJ, long throw, and it's offline. Allen will score. Vining doing a heck of a job just putting the ball in play as it's now a 3 spot for Loco Beach.
And I'll tell you what, these Coconuts have been so pesky all night long. Ashby Vining, the 9th of 25 total batters tonight to work a plate appearance at least 6 pitches against these Savannah Bananas. There have been a lot of long, laborious battles for Connor Harris, Dakota Stilts-All-Britton, and now Lewigs, who's over 8 minutes when it comes to his MPI here in the 4th.
And the official scoring on that one?
I think there was a behind-the-back transition. Was there not?
If there was, I missed it. 2-1 here on Gideon Antel.
Yeah, it's an E6.
E5.
Or E5, yes, thank you.
Just for anybody scoring at home. You've given away a good amount of scorebooks across the years. Sure folks are doing it. Antel, no way. That was called a strike? Gosh, it's got to feel like deja vu all over again for Gideon. His first ever Banana Ball game had a couple tough calls. One egregious one against him. Should have had, you see Kyle smiling. He knows he got away with one. Great frame by Grayson. That should have been a sprint for Antel, and instead he lines it to Rack, who makes a jumping catch out in left. So a gift for Lewigs gets him out of the frame, but the Coconuts strike for 3 runs and have a heck of a chance to claim their second point in this ball game.
I also need you to get your hands up in the air. Hands way up in the air, because it's time for a little Hey Baby.
Okay,
Let's start clapping. In Savannah, Georgia, we want you to sing.
Okay, put your hands up in the air, the hand in the
So
air.
clear your throats.
Everybody
Let's get
sing
ready.
now. Hey, baby. I wanna know if you'll be my girl.
That's pretty good, but let's get a little louder. Shuffle.
When I saw you walking down the street, I said that's the kind of girl I like to meet. She's so pretty, looks just fine. I'm gonna make her mine.
All right, here we go.
Hey, baby. I wanna know if you'll be my girl.
All right, last one, best one. Get loud. Oh yeah, keep that energy going and let's go, Banana!
You wanna dance, take my hand, take my hand. Cancel all your plans, take a
This Tuesday on NXT, two champions are on the line. The women's champion is up for grabs in an explosive, hard-hitting showdown, and the tag team championship is equally at stake. WWE NXT Tuesday at 8/7 Central, right here on the CW. To the home half of the fourth we go. Will Etheridge out for another inning of work. After 5 runs of support in the third frame, he's got 3 runs to work with here and trying to put his Coconuts ahead for the first time tonight. KJ, what do you got? Kyle Jackson, Harry Styles. Name a better combo.
Now, I know that was KJ's walk-up, but I'm curious. Do you think that Jackson Olsen, who's about to be on season 35 of Dancing with the Stars, can maybe pull some of that back out when he's a contestant?
I think it's fair game.
I would say so, and I would like to see it.
I mean, this one was on the CW. That will be on ABC, so it's like different audiences, right? 1-2 count on KJ. 5, 6, and 7 due to swing it for the Nanners. Cox on deck, Ty Jackson in the hole, chasing 3 runs. And sprayed the opposite way. Great piece of hitting from Kyle Jackson. Now 1 for 2 on the evening. I just thought of a combo that might be as good as KJ and Harry Styles. Pot roast and mashed potatoes.
Okay.
Needs gravy though, so it's like kind of cheating at that point.
Okay. Peanut butter and chocolate.
Yep, you're right. It's up there. These are all S tier.
Shaggy and Scooby-Doo.
S tier. As good as they get.
For all my fellow 2000s kids, Shrek and Donkey.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Okay, good. I'm glad that you're on board with me there.
Well, Baltimore chopper, Jacobo to second for 1, over to Brewer, 4-2. Hunter Ives made us wait for the call, but that's a heck of a 4-3 twin killing.
And you see the Coconuts, whether they double or whether they turn 2, they do that signature celebration, standing on their heads and rolling over. That was a super athletic play from Sal Jacobo, and you see exactly why Mark Crocker wanted to utilize him as that designated fielder tonight. A quick 2 outs for Will Etheridge.
Our guy AJ dancing in the background. Looked like me on the dance floor at my cousin Ben's wedding last night. Just kidding. I'm a lot more proud of my dance moves than what AJ was just breaking out.
Your moves are pretty nifty.
Love him. Yes, it's a unique skill set I've acquired. 2 balls and a strike on Ty 2 fly, a double his first time as he knifes this foul. Little Boogie got a smile from Ty. And look at that, all right, little duet going on.
After fouling it away, Ty Jackson continuing to dance with Will Etheridge. It's good to see, even in the heat of battle, 2 guys just having fun on the diamond, and Etheridge maybe playing some mind games with Ty 2 fly. Collects strikeout number 3, and it's the first lead of the night for Loco Beach, now up 2-1.
Another look at the filthy deuce. Will Etheridge puts another point on the board for Loco Beach. They were up by 1 through 4 innings, and that one appreciated by Ty Jackson. Tanner Allen, 3 for 3 tonight, means he has a 4-hit lead on Jackie Bradley Jr. and company, and look at those coconuts. Tofflin, Parker, and Antel. It's 4 coconuts and JBJ atop the hit leaderboard.
I mean, it just goes to show just how impressive and talented this team is offensively. That was the priority for Mark Crocco when he was going into that expansion draft, and a lot of things are really paying off for Loco Beach here tonight. 5 runs in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th, and you talked about Tanner Allen now pacing the BBCL in hits. You see 9 this weekend. He has had 3 consecutive 3-hit games, and that includes tonight.
Looks like the Coconuts have some super soakers in tow. Armani Henderson and company are packing heat. As Cowboy Kyle Lewis out for a 2nd inning of work. We head to the top of the 5th inning. I wager the Coconuts have something special in tow. Caden Bowler. What's up, dude?
Let's go to the beach, each, let's go get a wave. They say what they gonna say. Have a drink, clink, found a Bud Light. Bad like me, it's hard to come on the floor. I love to dance. If you want more, then here I am. Starships were meant to fly. Hands up and touch the sky. Let's do this one last time. Hands up, we're higher than the
From the Women's Professional Baseball League, number
Danae Benitez,
222.
the rookie, quickly has become a fan favorite. And it's no surprise to any of her USA National Women's Baseball Team teammates. Val Perez, before Danae ever played an inning of banana ball, said her whole personality is built for this place. And Mark Crocco was absolutely juiced to get her. I mean, take a look at the Party Plaza after Coconuts games. The longest line for Loco Beach is in Danae's autograph and picture line as she barrels this down the left field line. Foul. Oh, nice barehanded snag. Coconuts bullpen catcher.
I was eating Doritos. What?
No free ads, but that's got to be a commercial. I mean, that's too good to be true. Called strike 3. Wow, low strike call there on Benitez as Lewis rings the bell. And J.D. Urso fouls off the fastball. Double, a ball for a sprint, and an RBI tonight for Urso. Pride of Tampa, Florida. As he scorches this, it's off the glove of Olsen. That's got to be another hit, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah. Barrel from J.D. Urso, and I'll tell you what, Olsen, that's a really tough pick to make. It ricochets off his glove, and fortunately, pretty much right to Ryan Cox. So able to keep that, for the most part, in the infield, what you would classify as the infield, and keep Urso from potentially getting another base if that banana ball's just sitting in shallow center field.
Grady Morgan, hungry to join the hit parade. Can't connect on the changeup from Lewis. Grady has as much natural power as I think you're legally allowed to put into a human being. Coconuts 10th rounders, that's another great stop from Grizzaffi. Coming off 2 years in the Pioneer League in Idaho Falls, Idaho, playing for the Chuckers. As he swats this the opposite way, long run for Rack. Backflip catch Robert Anthony Cruz, ridiculous stuff to take care of Morgan.
And now backflip catches on back-to-back nights for the Savannah Bananas. You see him having to range quite a way, but it kind of helps him propel into that motion of the flip. For that ball lands in his glove and gets the Bananas their 6th trick play tonight.
2-0 count on Chatanier. A single in his lone trip to the dish.
I've done it all night.
And a turf cutter to Cox, whipping it between the legs. Over to Ziegler for the trick play from the glove magician. As Lewis puts up a much-needed 0 for his Nanners.
Yeah, that was much needed. A much-needed quick inning, I should say. Kyle Lewis, 3 minutes and 10 seconds there on the pitcher's mound, the fastest inning for any Savannah Banana. And a big key to that inning for Cowboy Kyle was just keeping the leadoff man off base for the Coconuts. The first time the Bananas were able to do that since the first inning.
And in the middle of it all, 1 of 1, Kyle Perry. Sophomore in the sport. He was the only rookie on the Savannah Bananas squad a year ago. Native of Omaha, Nebraska. The number is fantastic here on his second World Tour. Across 13 innings, a 4.15 ERA. And one pitch. Sal Jacobo between the legs with a dribble. Just in time for the out.
Well, that's a little adventurous trick play for Sal Jacobo, almost cutting it a little too close. Nonetheless, the Coconuts designated fielder on the board in that trick play department. And you see another quick swing for the Bananas. Easton Parrish able to reach with a single.
So Parrish 2 for 2. Tanner Allen, welcome to the broadcast, my friend.
Fellas, how we doing?
Fantastic, but I don't think we could be doing as good as you are.
Hey, I tell everybody I meet, it's either one day's chicken, next day's feathers.
Now, I'd love to know where you picked that one up.
Actually, in a small cafe in Sturgis, Mississippi, an old man came in there one day and told me that line, and I'm going to keep that one for the rest of my life.
Brought it back to Theodore, Alabama?
Yes, sir.
What's this rookie campaign in Banana Ball been like for you? Obviously, you know, we've talked about it, National Player of the Year, National Champion, 4 years in the Marlins organization. You've played at some of the highest levels of baseball, and now you're in the Banana Ball world.
Outside of Mississippi State, guys, this is the most fun I've ever had on a baseball field.
That's high praise.
That's high praise. And Duty Noble's very special, but man, this place is special. Look at this crowd.
Now, Tanner,
it's beautiful.
When you were at Mississippi State, do you wish that you could have had the golden batter a couple different times? I mean, we saw the impact last night. You had 2 hits in the final inning, and you set up that Ben Parker go-ahead home run.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. How about Pumps, man? We've been ragging him all year about him not hitting home runs. The strongest guy in Banana Ball, can't get one out. I told him, I said, I think there's a force field up on the field when you come up to plate. Uh-oh.
Pumps an opportunity.
Hey, you got plenty of room, plenty of room, plenty of room, plenty of room.
He tracks down the long fly from
That's
MJG.
good comms right there. That's good comms.
Take notes at home, kids. That's one of my favorite things to say as an outfielder. You got room?
Plenty of room, baby.
That just feels
How
good.
about Doc, man? Doc could swing it. He's barreled every ball tonight.
Yeah, single and a liner straight to you.
Oh, I jinxed him.
Well, against his former teammate, things get interesting here.
Ow.
Good range from Ursa.
JD can play, man. He's fun to watch. Big Dane's got something going on. He's a little tweaked tonight, so we're going to let JD play third. Well deserved.
Yeah, a little half night off for the big bopper.
Absolutely. Look at there, another hit. Imagine that. Oh, we got a guy.
Jacobo in the right spot. Taking care of another barrel from the doctor. Well, it was quick, but it was delightful. Thank you so much, Tanner Allen.
Absolutely, guys. Y'all have a great night.
Keep
God
up
bless.
the great work, Tanner.
Roll nuts.
You heard the man. More Banana Ball right after this.
We gon' toast tonight to temporary so used to being.
Make some noise for the Banana Nanas, everybody! On the pitch, Grant Besser!
Tell you what, YouTube, it's just us for about 25 more seconds. The plot thickens here in Savannah. Banana Ball on the CW is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. A grand slam for your budget. Visit progressive.com. Top of the 6th inning. Grant Besser, second man out of the pen for the Nanners. He's got the top of the order for Loco Beach. Parker, Allen, and Toppland. As the Coconuts claim points in the 3rd and 4th innings, and Ben Parker, a hot one all the way to the wall in left. Benny pumps. Unstoppable. Hits in 3 straight plate appearances. He's 3 for 4. That's his second double of the night. And he's 5 for his last 6 with 2 doubles and a homer in that span.
I'm telling you, he is kind of the guy who just keeps this train churning for the Loco Beach Coconuts. Mark Rocco, when Ben Parker is healthy, pencils him into that leadoff spot just about every time. And you see him take advantage facing off against a southpaw in Grant Besser to get a man in scoring position already.
TA straight from the mic with us on the broadcast to the batter's box. Takes the fastball just low, ahead 2-1. He's been infallible at the dish so far tonight, 3 for 3. That's a slow tapper though. Besser quick off the mound. A little shovel to young Goldberg just in time. Allen showing off the speed. But Besser able to nab him as Parker heads over to 3rd.
You've just got to love the effort there from Tanner Allen. And nice job by Besser, just enough time to get that banana ball flipped out of his glove. But Dane Tofflin set up with a guy on 3rd, already 2 runs batted in tonight.
The other way, past the dive of Olsen. And Tofflin, his 3rd ribeye of the affair. Now 2 for 4 on the evening. Up to 27 runs driven in, which ties him with Jordan Brewer for the team lead. Currently at the dish. And the 2 of them tied with Jackie Bradley Jr. for the tour lead in runs batted in. I mean, this Loco Beach offense is relentless. Armani Henderson has his name called for a 2nd time to take over for Tofflin. As it's deuces against Brewer. Lofted the opposite way. Ty Jackson had some trouble finding it, able to track it down. And 2 away with Henderson staying put at 1st.
When it comes to Dane Tofflin for this Loco Beach team, 17 of his 34 hits this season have actually been opposite field hits. And you've seen a lot of doubles from Dane Tofflin. I mean, this guy just has unbelievable ability to hit to all fields. And again, you know that guys are dialed when they can hit with power to the opposite field. And Tofflin already did that tonight. Picked up another key RBI hit.
Got another battle here between 2025 visitors. Vining another one of his pitchers in Grant Besser, the Bananas' 4th round draft pick. As this one's popped right side. Young Goldberg and Grazaffi towards the dugout as the Bananas scatter. One of the oddities of the sport is teams hang out outside of the dugout. That's for a lot more shenanigans, some fun dancing in the background of shots just like this. Vining able to spoil the 3-2. And it also leads to bizarre scenes like a foul ball hit right at everybody. Look out, Vining gets plunked. That's actually good luck for the Bananas. Ball 4 there. Henderson would have gone first to third easily. If it was a wild pitch, he almost definitely would have scored. It was not on purpose at all from Besser. He's trying to win the battle against Vining, but certainly better than a ball four sprint, as it's 0-1 on Gideon Antel. 2 doubles tonight, 4 doubles on the weekend. And Ty Jackson snares the linea. Loud contact from Antel once again, but the Nanners lucky that it was straight to their right fielder as Besser is able to strand a pair. 1 run does come across though.
And your favorite board games are now your favorite game shows. All new seasons of Trivial Pursuit, hosted by LeVar Burton, and Scrabble, hosted by Craig Ferguson. Every Thursday, beginning at 8/7 Central, right here on the CW.
I never wanted to meet LeVar Burton. I just wanted an autographed picture.
I can't believe they got LeVar Burton. That is epic, man.
Living legend. Oh, man, one of the best. Oh, yeah, tapped in, locked in for that. 2, 3, and 4 due to swing it here for the Nanners as Keegan James, the new man out of the pen. Very fun to get to see Loco Beach's 66th overall selection, one of their 9th rounders, come into a game that his longtime friend Will Etheridge started. They spent 5 years together in the Colorado Rockies farm system as Rack decides not to try and steal first base. Pretty fortuitous bounce there back to Osberg. Cruz scorching hot, a sprint his first time, a single in the 3rd. And ahead 3 balls and no strikes, representing the inning tying run. He'll take 4 straight bad ones. Exactly what the Bananas needed. Cruz content with 1 base on the sprint as the Coconuts get it to every fielder behind the pitcher and catcher in short order. And JT Sokolov, Bananas designated runner, out there once again. He's already stolen 1 base tonight. He's 4 for 6 on the year in his attempts. But he has been caught twice in this series. Both were in the 9th inning, games 1 and games 2 with Ashby Vining catching. As he's not going to have to steal at all. Wild pitch. He's thinking about going first to third. He's going to go for it. Sokolov. Wow, that is lightning speed. Inning tying run 90 feet away. How rare is that? You see a wild pitch where someone gets 2 bases.
Again, this guy was regarded as the fastest player in the Banana Ball player draft pool. And you saw it on full display there. Sokolov out for a month with an injury in his lower body, but clearly not affected by that anymore. Already at third base, and Dan Oberst hacks at the first strike that Keegan James is able to pour in tonight.
Dan fouled out to the fans his first time, then struck out in the 3rd. Infield is in for Loco Beach, and after 5 straight balls to start the outing, that was a pretty good-looking bender, but just a pinch high from Keegan James as Oberst back ahead. Well, ball 4 ties this inning up and would put the inning winning run on the base paths. Oberst 3 long balls this year. Can't give him a cookie either. That's exactly what happens. And he whistles it right back up the middle. 16th run batted in of the season for Danny O. Ties him for 2nd most on the Bananas. Sokolov across to score. This inning is tied. And Reese Alexiadis trying to keep the carousel a-spinning.
And we certainly talked about how good Robert Anthony Cruz has been lately, but Dan Oberst following him in that lineup. It's been unbelievable since the conclusion of the Banana Ball Open, batting over 400 with 2 doubles, a home run, and now 6 runs batted in. And it's Oberst attempting to steal on James, and he is in there safely. Oberst caught James napping, and is able to swipe the bag despite a pretty good throw to the second baseman, Sal Jacobo.
I mean, that is remarkable. Stole second without a pitch being thrown. Dan is now a perfect 7 for 7 on the year in his stolen base tries. Slider just misses to even up the count on Super Reese. Sac fly to walk off the first inning. His 4th inning ender of the weekend. He's doubled his total on the year coming into it. Great scoop by Osberg. 2-1 now on the man out of Manhattan Beach, California. Big swing and a miss. Tight slider there from James.
That's Alexiadis trying to end the inning with just one swing. He's told us he wants to get those ace swings off as much as possible. Just coming up empty, and we'll see if he shortens up the approach here with 2 strikes.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss, but the ball gets away from Osberg. He throws down to first. He gets Alexiadis, but Oberst heads up base running, heads over to third, and that's only the first out of the frame. So the inning-winning run 90 feet away. And Dan saying he's okay. Looks like he maybe a little bit of a late slide, jammed his leg a tad. Certainly wasn't comfortable. He's as tough as they come. And the infield has to come in against Kyle Jackson. 1 for 2, a single his last trip. Ahead of ball and no strikes. Great. Oh no, it did get by Osberg. Another wild pitch. And a wild trip around the bases for Oberst. We are knotted at 2 points apiece. 6 innings in the books, 3 to play in this rubber game of a 3-game set in Savannah here on the CW.
At home plate with hot dogs in their mouth. Run, drop them in the water bucket. Their partner has to fish it out, take it down to the next. The first team to make it all the way back is the winner. This is the Dirty Water Dog Race. Fellas, let's dog up. Come on, do it the right way. There it is. All right, on your marks, get set, go! Hot dogs out the long way, the way nature intended it. Drop it in there. Come on, boys, easy with the teeth. Don't break the hot dog. You gotta be careful there. Now, don't drown in it, buddy. Just get the dog. There it is. We're struggling mightily here over at first base. He's got it up. The bare feet and the broken hot dog is quite the look. Team No Hats has been running away with it here. Better get in there. Shake it off. He's got it! Get that doggy! Team No Hats for the win and the Dirty Water Dog Race.
Oh my God! Makes me want a hot dog real bad.
Now we got ears, it's time for cheers. Hot dog, no problem solved. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. Hot dog, diggity dog. It's a brand new day.
Here on YouTube. Oh, that is fantastic. I would like to compete in that promotion.
I'm dying to compete in a promotion like that.
Yeah. Dirty dogs.
Dirty Trum Dogs. I don't care.
Oh, yeah. I had a Trum Dog today. To the 7th inning we go, tied at 2 points each. Grant Besser gave up 1 run in the 6th, but stranded 2 coconuts, and that ended up being massive as the Bananas doubled up Loco Beach in the bottom half to even up this game as Eric Osberg gets a fastball off the elbow. It is a terrible place to get hit. And he is clearly in some massive pain here. The 2-hour timer will stop. Christine Muller, the athletic trainer for the Coconuts, will check on their catcher. Yeah, Osberg he is hurting. Christine here in her first year in Banana Land. And a Massachusetts connection with Osberg, who hails from Florence, Mass. Christine just came from UMass Lowell and Lowell Catholic 3.5 years, working double duty. Before that was at the USA Luge team. And originally from Poughkeepsie, New York. Love to see another member from the Hudson Valley here in Banana Land. Discussions here between Mark Crocco, Tyler Gillum, Zach Frangelo, and Kelly Dine. Armani Henderson for Osberg over at first.
He's been summoned as the pinch runner since he was the designated runner an inning ago. Now, this burns the designated runner for the rest of the ball game for Loco Beach, but they have to utilize him here with Osberg down as the 1-1 pitch is hit into right field, and Ty Jackson cannot find it in the lights and overran that banana ball. Urso's up to second, but it's Henderson who will slip and slide and get gunned down at third base.
Yeah, that's on JD Urso right there. He forced Henderson to go all the way to third, and what a heads-up play by Ty Jackson, who has his second outfield assist of the ball game, showing off the howitzer tonight. It's a massive gift of a first out for the Bananas as KJ foul ball. Dalton Malden pinch hitting here for Grady Morgan. Will have himself an 0-1 count. The Bananas legend, the songbird of our generation, the second to last pick in the draft. Crocco grabbed Malden, 87th overall in the 11th round. It has been here since the Breakfast Bowl in 2021. Bananas against the Macon Bacon. And this is now his 5th Banana Ball World Tour. Perfect fit for Loco Beach. Able to spoil the fastball. Great location there from Besser. And Malden has worked the count full. I'll tell you what, it has been a resurgent season for the pride of Lake City, as he earns the ball 4 sprint. That's going to drive in Urso from second as Dalton pumps the brakes at first base. His first run driven in on the year. On only his second ball 4 sprint, but that's a guy coming in hitting .316. And he has provided massive value, normally off the bench for the Coconuts after he got the start last night. That'll be it for Grant Besser, who ends up seeding 2 runs across an inning and a third of work. Big Alan Sadoff utilized for the second time this weekend through 2 scoreless innings last night in relief. Starting to see the potential from the Bananas' 9th round draft pick, taken number 68 overall. And it really felt like a steal for the Bananas coaching staff. A guy who comes to Banana Ball after 3 years in the Seattle Mariners minor league system, getting all the way up to AA Arkansas. Peyton Chatagnier, a 1-2. Count even at 2-2. About a 90, 92 mile an hour fastball with a sweeper, cutter, and changeup. Wow, pretty good looking pitch, just misses the inside corner. See if Malden takes off on the 3-2. He stays put, fastball called, strike 3, outside corner, back pick to first. Malden safe. Heads up base running. Dalton thought it was a sprint, just like Chatagnier did. And just barely able to get back to the bag ahead of the throw from Grzafi.
And there was just a small moment of hesitation from Max Young-Goldberg trying to apply that tag on Dalton Malden. Nonetheless, Sathoff able to do his job quickly against Chatagnier. And now Ben Parker back up 3 for 3 in his last 3 at-bats. He has been the toughest out tonight for Loco Beach, him or Tanner Allen.
Yeah, tough to choose. They're both 3 for 4. This one lofted the opposite way. Ty Jackson, another long run, slides, and he crashes into the wall for a second time tonight. It's been all-out effort from the Bananas Energizer Bunny. Another look. I mean, this is what you get from Ty Jackson. Came up a foot or two short of that one. Not for a lack of trying. 0-2 to Benny Pumps. Heater misses wide. That is a great 0-2 pitch, though. See if Grzafi calls the slider low and away now. He called the slider. It was hung. Ben Parker deep out to center. And Alexiadis just in front of the wall, about 380 feet from the dish. As Sathoff able to retire Ben Parker for the first time since the first inning. But another run for the Coconuts. They've got a chance to jump back ahead. Oh my goodness, YouTube. This game is absolutely off the handle. But pretty apropos for the entire series. Back and forth we go. It's so cool seeing youngsters rocking the Coconuts gear. Jersey with the headband to match. Young Prof really taking his time with the shirt he's got here, although it might be the old Dolce and Banana. The Bananas whitey tighties, for those who are not aware. Noah T says, I'm a new fan and I'm addicted. That is great to hear, Noah T. Heck yeah. Amanda says, this game is bananas. Couldn't say it any better. Nice, Krish from the Netherlands, asking what kind of baseball is this? MLB was the only league that they knew of. This is the Banana Ball Championship League. The sport is Banana Ball. Thank you so much for stumbling across our broadcast. This summer, the Minions make a monster movie so big, it might just leave Hollywood in ruins. Don't miss Minions and Monsters. Only in theaters, July 1st. Talked about it earlier. Cannot wait to see what these Minions are up to. And son of a gun, I'm pretty interested in the Monsters as well. They've got me hook, line, and sinker. Brett Carson, new man on the mound. Misses inside to Kyle Jackson, who was at the dish when the wild pitch from Keegan James brought Dan Oberst in, which ended up being an unearned run as Oberst got to third on a pass ball, not a wild pitch.
We've seen some wild stuff from Brett Carson this season. He's got 3 wild pitches this season and more sprints than strikeouts. 14 runs allowed for Brett Carson, 12 have been earned, but he's still working pretty quick despite the trouble as he gets the swing and miss there from Kyle Jackson to even the count.
Carson was on the Texas Tailgaters last year. And he gets a strikeout from Kyle Jackson. Nasty bender, throw to first, just in time. Smart play, Jordan Brewer using the safety base in foul territory. It's one of the few times that a first baseman can use that to get a force out, as he shared it with KJ. And a big first out with the Coconuts up a run in this frame, trying to retake the lead as the fastball is right down Broadway to Ryan Cox. Cox the 0 for 2, a strikeout looking his first time, then grounded into a double play. And you completely understand why Crocco and company selected Carson in the 8th round as Ben Parker there for out number 2. This is a guy with 5 different pitches rather, 3 of them over the top. Fastball about 89 to 91. He's got the 12-6 curve and a changeup, and then he'll drop down sidearm for a sinker and a slider. And that's not to mention his two-way abilities. Really a heck of a hitter and can play a real nice right field as well.
He has even spent time at first base in his banana ball career. I mean, you talk about true two-way value. You're getting it with Brett Carson. That's exactly why Mark Crocco wanted him on this squad. And you're seeing Carson, like I said, working quick. 2 outs and currently 2 minutes and 15 seconds. His minutes per inning time right now.
A whiff from Ty as he's behind 1-2, doubled his first trip, then struck out back in the 4th. Trying to kickstart a 2-out rally. Evens up the count at 2-2. And Carson, a guy, his final year at Marietta College up in Ohio, he was the Ohio Athletic Conference Player of the Year, putting up video game numbers. 3 years of professional baseball before he found himself in Banana Land, dropping in gnarly benders like that. Frozen pizza for Ty to fly, a couple Ks, and Brett Carson has the Loco Beach Coconuts up 3-2 with only 2 innings to play. Another gander at the disgusting deuce. Banana Ball on the CW is brought to you by PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865. We go to the top of the 8th inning, and the Bananas have broken out the best closer in the history of the sport. Danny Hosley, a Vulcan changeup to get a swing and a miss from Tanner Allen, and another one to get a foul ball. TA quickly behind 0-2. It's 2, 3, and 4 in the order. Toppland on deck, Brewer in the hole. Hosley threw a scoreless 9th inning on Thursday night, then got his 7th showdown shutdown in as many tries. He did it against Tanner Allen, getting weak contact on that changeup of his.
Yeah, again, he's striking out 29% of the batters he's faced this season, the highest rate in Banana Ball. And it's Tanner Allen who has learned something from that first matchup against Hosley. He also faced him in showdowns. He is not biting on that change in the dirt. and now hacks at this one, and it is popped in the air, shallow left field, and Kyle Jackson will make the call and the catch to get a out for Danny Hosley to start this 8th inning. And there are just a little over 6 minutes on the clock right now. This could very well be the final inning of play tonight, which means if that is the case, Coconuts would not earn the equalizer point, as it would go back to the last full inning of play, the 7th, and every run scored in this 8th inning could count for a point if that 2-hour time clock expires.
12-6 curve just misses, a ball and a strike on the 6'4" slugger out of Grand Prairie, Alberta, Canada, Dane Toffland. 2 for 4, a double, 3 runs driven in. As Toffland, the primary third baseman for this squad. In fact, he had started every single game at third this year until tonight. The designated hitter getting a half night off. Rewarding Krakow with his fantastic work at the dish, but down swinging on the Vulcan changeup. 2 quick outs for Hosley as we're approaching 5 minutes left on the clock.
Well, if you want to get to the 9th, Danny Hosley's the guy you put on the mound to try and get you there. He's averaging 3 outs in 3 minutes and 42 seconds. That is the 4th best among all qualified pitchers in the Banana Ball Championship League entering tonight.
Curveball drops in for a strike. Fastball gets the low outside corner. 2 pitchers pitches. And Brewer not thrilled with the call as he's just able to get a piece of the changeup. Jordan a single his first time, then a sac fly, pop out, fly out. 1 for 3 with the 1 run driven in, which ties him with Jackie Bradley Jr. and Toffland for the tour lead. Swing and a miss. Another Vulcan changeup. Another strikeout for Danny Do-It-All. He is absolutely inevitable as we head to the bottom of the 8th. I'll tell you what, Hosley able to take care of the best late inning hitting team in the sport right there, because Loco Beach has been a level above everybody else. You see those 39 points scored across the last 3 innings, best in the sport, and 28 of those have come in the final inning.
Yeah, and you see nearly 31% of the Coconuts points earned this season have come from the final inning of play. Now, they weren't able to score there in the 8th inning, but you also see the Bananas a top 3 team when it comes to producing offense in these last 3 innings, and even they have scored 15 runs that have become points in the final inning this year. We'll see if that happens here in the 8th with Joe Filomeno pitching. First pitch grounder to Peyton Chatagnier. He makes the play, and Olsen back to the bench.
I'll tell you what, Eric Osberg, college teammate of Jackson Olsen's at the University of Hartford in 2020. He's been calling the right pitches to take care of Olsen, as that's another first pitch swinging. Easton Parrish is going to reach on the infield single, and he's a perfect 3 for 3 with a homer in his first ever Banana Ball start.
Boy, that is great to see for EP tonight, especially considering we talked about so much bad luck for him early this year. And finally getting to have that career night as Brewer steps on the bag and airmails the throw to Chatagnier. So Parrish will advance into scoring position, and that kept us from possibly experiencing the fastest inning in Banana Ball history. That was about to be around 44 seconds for Joe Filomeno.
Which is the record. Drew Gillespie holds it.
Wow.
Then it's DJ the Invader, 45 seconds. Gillespie again, 46 seconds. That is wild. And those are the only 3 innings that have ever been completed in under 50 seconds. Joe Filomeno almost just joined some seriously rare company there. Less than 2 minutes on the 2-hour timer. DR Meadows with the inning-winning run in scoring position. Beautiful slider to make it a 1-2 count. Filomeno, the former Rangers minor leaguer, goes back to the bender. And Meadows able to spoil it. DR 1 for 3. He has smoked the ball all 3 times. Single and 2 lineouts. Scored the inning-winning run all the way back in the first inning. Deuce is wild. Did Meadows go around? We checked to first, no. Hunt arrives, said DR was able to hold up. Ball 4 ties this game at 3. 1 minute left to play. Right back up the middle. Grabbed by Jacobo, throw to first. In time, Filomeno. Absolute onions. Strands the inning-winning run in scoring position. And Loco Beach takes a 3-2 lead to our final inning where every run counts as a point.
Time to sing a little yellow.
Look at the stars, look how they shine for you. And everything you do.
Sing it loud, Savannah.
I came along, I wrote a song for you. And all the things you do. So then I took my turn. Oh, what a thing to have done. Your skin, oh yeah, your skin and bones turn into something beautiful.
We love you so much, Banana Nation.
Welcome back to Banana Ball live on the CW. It has been a fantastic series between the Loco Beach Coconuts and the Savannah Bananas. Nanners, 4-3 winners of night 1 in showdowns. The Coconuts, 3-2 winners down to their final strike last night. But I'll tell you what, if you're a Savannah Bananas fan, maybe a little reverse psychology. In this series, the team that has been leading going into the 8th inning has lost both games. Coconuts led going into the 8th inning. Can we have another late inning comeback in this roller coaster ride of a 3-game set?
Again, you're not going to rule it out, considering these are two of the best late inning teams in Banana Ball in 2026. And it appears that the Bananas are going to stick with their closer, Danny Hosley, in the top of the 9th. He made quick work of those Coconuts, a 2-minute and 44-second inning, and only fired 14 pitchers. So he's going to try and keep the top scoring offense in the final inning of play scoreless to try and keep this a 1-point deficit for his boys going into the home half.
Get a look at the numbers from Hosley this year. He had his 28-inning streak without allowing an earned run snapped last Sunday in the finale of the 3-game set in Truist Park in Atlanta, with Jason Swan walking him off to take the series for the Party Animals over the Bananas. He has mounted a 2-inning scoreless streak in response. And the changeup in there for strike 1 to Ashby Vining. Gideon Antel on deck, Eric Ostberg in the hole. Good frame by Grizz on one that skipped on the turf.
The Pierzynski frame.
That's right. Little flare, shallow left, Rack attacking, and he's got it. More soft contact induced by Hosley. It's been a pop out, 2 strikeouts, and now that little looper to Cruz and right.
And this brings up Gideon Antel to the plate for Loco Beach. By far, one of these guys who has truly made them the comeback Coconuts this season. Gideon
Antel flared into
now
right.
6 for 8, batting in the final inning this year.
There it is. He wasted no time. And funny enough, I was about to say he doesn't even know what soft contact is. That was the weakest hit ball for Antel tonight. He's 3 for 5 with 2 doubles and a pair of lineouts.
Loco Beach Coconuts are invoking the golden batter rule. Hitting in place of Eric Osberg is your golden batter, Ben Pumps Parker!
Get ready!
Tonight's golden batter is brought to you by PNC Bank, where a steady, strategic approach delivers when it counts. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. Ben Parker, just like Antel, who leads off first, currently seeing beach balls instead of banana balls. 3 for 5 tonight, 2 doubles, 3 runs scored. And with the Coconuts down to their final strike last night, on a 3-2 pitch, he golfed a ball over the left field landing, a 2-run shot that turned the game on its head and led to that 3-2 Coconuts win, giving them a chance to take the series tonight as the fastball jumps on him. And it's a 2-1 count. Antel on first, 3 for 4 in his stolen base tries as Hosley gives him a little action. Cranked just barely foul. More loud contact from Parker. He was less than a foot from extra bases once again. Two-two. Swing and a miss. Fastball high and tight. Strikeout number 3 on the night for Hosley.
Clutch pitching from Danny Hosley. And you see him work high and tight on Ben Parker. That was a pitch that was very similar to what he was able to get out of the park against Bazela, a pitch running in against his hands. This time coming away empty against Hosley. And now J.D. Urso, tonight's third baseman for Loco Beach, is behind 0-1.
The D2 national champion. Teamed up to win it all with the Coconuts closer, C.J. Williams, last spring. And Urso, I'd be shocked if he sits another game this year. He has been fantastic in this series. Finally getting an opportunity at everyday playing. And he has blessed Coach Crocco and the Coconuts with a 3 for 3 performance tonight with 2 doubles. He's got 3 doubles on the series, but a flail and a miss here. Danny Do-It-All, an uppercut. Make it 3 punches and 4 punch outs for the Nanners. Downright nasty closer. Another look. Yeah, that is unfair. Change-ups should not move like that. Hosley 2 Ks in the scoreless 1-2-3-8. 2 more Ks in the scoreless 9th, able to strand Antel on first base. And the Savannah Bananas, down a run, have 3 outs to play with. And it will not be J.D. Urso's college teammate on the bump. C.J. Williams has worked back-to-back nights in this series, so we see Zach Smith instead, a 2022 collegiate Savannah Banana, trying to put the bow on the Coconuts' first ever series win against his former team.
His 12th assignment out of the bullpen this season, has picked up a save for Loco Beach this season, but he surrendered his 3rd walk-off of the tour last night for Loco Beach. Surrendered 2 hits and a ball 4 sprint to the Savannah Bananas, and you see the numbers for Zach Smith. 20 hits allowed in 8 1/3 innings pitched, and opponents are batting over 400 against him. So this is certainly a big moment for Zach Smith, one where he's really got to step it up, especially considering their usual closer, C.J. Williams, unavailable after pitching back-to-back nights Thursday and Friday.
And it's the meat of this Bananas lineup due to swing at 2, 3, and 4. Robert Anthony Cruz, Dan Oberst, Reese Alexiadis. Cruz, the team leader with his 5 home runs, steps in and takes his turn representing the game's tying run. Had a 3-run shot Thursday night. 1 for 1 with 2 sprints this evening as the cutter just dips under the ferocious swing of Cruz. Broken bat on a hop, Chatagnier over to first. 1 out here in the last of the 9th.
Well, that's what Zach Smith needs to see more of. Soft contact, jammed Robert Anthony Cruz, and Peyton Chatagnier with an incredible first step to range behind second base and then deliver a throw to Jordan Brewer to retire Rack, who has been one of the Bananas' best bats of the night.
Oberst, foul ball. Put some English on it. If it stayed fair, it was an infield single. Instead, back to the batter's box with 1 strike on him. Kelly Dine insistent that was a foul ball. Foul ball. Third base umpire Chris Walker confirming. It's confusion there between Oberst, first base coach Adam Virant. Another look. Urso clearly grabbed it in foul territory. Dan manufactured a couple runs in the 6th, drove in 1. As this is a big hopper. Chatagnier over to first, wild throw, and Oberst is going to head for second. He will get there without a throw from Brewer. It's the 2nd throwing error of the series for Chatagnier, his 6th error of the year. It was in the 8th inning, and it tied the game on Thursday night. Now it gives the Bananas a chance to tie the game here in the 9th on Saturday.
And Oberst no longer on the bases. Designated runner JT Sokolov at second in his place. And now Alexiadis, 4 walk-offs in this series, has a chance for number 5 to win the game and the series.
His 4th walk-off won the 1st inning tonight on a sacrifice fly. 2 balls and no strikes. Ground out and a strikeout since the sac fly that won the 1st inning. Sokolov runs like the very wind itself out on second base. And it's 3 straight bad ones. Gotta think Alexiadis taking all the way here on the 3-0. He is, and it's ball 4. This game is tied. Sokolov will score easily. Super Reese stays put at first. Brand new ball game in the bottom of the 9th with 1 out.
And once again, it's a costly defensive miscue for Loco Beach that puts the Bananas back in this ball game. Chatagnier never tried to plant his feet before trying to retire Dan Oberst, who does run very well, but Chatagnier rushed himself trying to make that play. And now Zach Smith has been removed from this game, and it didn't look like CJ Williams was going to pitch tonight, but he will appear for a 3rd straight ball game.
The bad man out of Deerfield Beach, Florida. 4-seam, 2-seam cutter, changeup, slider. The numbers superb here in his first full world tour for Mark Crocco's closer, who we had last year on Banana Ball's developmental team, the Visitors, as well. Can't complain with a 3.44 ERA across 18 1/3 innings of work.
And he's on a nice little scoreless streak right now for Loco Beach as well, trying to keep that going. But we saw Williams pitted against Kyle Jackson a couple times on Thursday and in round 1 of Showdown Tiebreakers. And Jackson was the hero against CJ, trying to do it for a 2nd time here in Grayson this weekend.
Williams struck out KJ to send the game to showdowns. on Thursday night. Then Kyle Jackson worked a sprint and lofted a fly ball into left to bring in Sokolov from second to win the ball game. There goes Alexiadis. Throw from Osberg. Offline. Super Reese. His 7th steal in 8 tries this year. 2 balls and no strikes on KJ. With the game and series winning run now in scoring position. And that one misses down. The Coconuts a ball away from losing this series. CJ Williams barking on the mound. Wanted that call badly. And the fastball nowhere near the zone. Kyle Jackson walks off game 1 and walks off game 3 as the Savannah Bananas have won their first series in over a month, taking 2 out of 3 from the Coconuts.
One of the wildest 3-game series that we have experienced in Banana Ball all season long. The team that was leading in the 8th inning, all 3 of these games, did not wind up victorious this weekend. And the Bananas stun those comeback Coconuts with a come-from-behind win of their own as they take the series at home.
Reginald Horton thrilled by the performance from his fellas and Kelsey Whitmore. Easton Parrish, in the first start of his Banana Ball career, is your showman of the night. A home run in the first at-bat. The conclusion to a 3-2 battle with Will Etheridge. Singles in each of his next 2 trips to the dish. And EP, the pride of Lavernia, Texas, for the first time in his career, is showman of the night in a Savannah Bananas victory.
And he said that one of his strengths was that he was a team-first player for this Banana squad, and that was certainly the case tonight. You saw all-out effort from EP throughout the game, and again, he knew coming into this season that he wasn't going to be one of those everyday starters in this Bananas lineup. Nonetheless, he said, I just want to impact this team any way possible and just make sure that I'm a good teammate. He has certainly been that in the locker room, but it was on display on the diamond tonight. What a game for Easton Parrish, the Banana Ball rookie.
And the Coconuts showed their mettle across this 3-game set. The number that jumps out on this line, 17 hits tonight. This is a game that the Coconuts certainly deserved to win, but couldn't pull it out as Easton Parrish is with Sam Bauman.
Yeah, we got Easton Parrish, first ever start, showman of the game.
Thank you.
You believe that?
Yeah, I do. Nah, I have no credit to anything. Praise God. And these dudes that are on my team have believed in me since the start, and it's been nothing but short of amazing, and I'm only able to do anything because of them. So.
At EP Banana Ball backstage, 11-year-old Marley, if you could be a superhero, what superhero would you be?
I would be DR Meadows. DR Meadows is a superhero.
Guys, Easton Parrish, showman of the game, let him live it.
I think that's the right decision from Easton Parrish right there. Holy moly, what a scene down on the field as we welcome you back inside with Josh Talevsky, the statistical savant of Banana Ball. I am Biko Scala. Thank you so much for spending another Saturday night with us here in virtual Banana Land. What a win for the Nanners to take the series.
There's nothing like the final inning in Banana Ball. That was certainly the case again. A great decision to put Hosley in to pitch those last 2 innings, and then a lot of disciplined plate appearances from the Bananas leads them to a series win back at home.
A roller coaster ride from start to finish. KJ, the walk-off winner in both victories for the Savannah Bananas. Big shout out to our entire cast and crew. This broadcast produced by Chadwick Folkstead, directed by Alex Gross. For Sam Bauman down on the field, Josh Talevsky up here in the booth, I am Biko Scala saying so long for now. Get yourself to the Texas Tailgaters YouTube channel for some more Banana Ball. Until then, we will see you later!
she make it pop. On the ground, yeah, she make it pop. On the ground, yeah, she make it pop. On the ground, yeah, she make it pop.